Just started university, and my beautiful tutor turns out to be the mother of my child. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 651, Meeting the Parents. Lin Feng was also confused, not knowing what they were up to. Sibao and Erbao quickly hid them, looking mysterious. Dad, Mom, I saw my eldest brother with a girl. This sentence immediately attracted the attention of the couple, and they looked out in unison. Where is it? Where is it? Show me. I saw it. See it? Husband, who is it? The girl in the white coat and long hair. Ah, I saw it too, but it's a pity that I can't see her face. Oh, I saw it. She's not bad, pretty. Zhang Yuxi looked ahead with sparkling eyes and asked Lin Feng excitedly. Husband, do you think she is Dabao's girlfriend? Lin Feng smiled. You ask me, how do I know? Erbao rubbed his chin. I think my eldest brother is not interested in the girl, but that girl is definitely interested. And this girl's family is quite well off. You can't tell the brand of her clothes, but the quality is very good. It should be custom made. Skincare products, jewelry, clothing, etc. can all be customized by famous craftsmen. You can designate a designer of a certain brand to design a unique product for the customer. Erbao is now taking on such work, focusing on jewelry design. The customer resources and reputation accumulated in the past have played a role, and the business is doing very well. At least in China, it has become well known. The customers are either rich or noble. Several people are still very satisfied with this girl. And Zhang Yuxi is even more eager to know if she is the future daughter-in-law. Dabao noticed several sights not far away, turned his head and looked, and his head was black. He saw several heads popping up from the back of the car, and his parents were among them. It was quite funny to watch. Lin Feng said, let's go, our son has seen us. Zhang Yuxi coughed lightly and adjusted her clothes and hair. Let's go. Erbao also adjusted it a little, and also adjusted it for Xiaobao. Dabao said to the girl, my family is here. The girl was immediately at a loss, adjusted her appearance, and turned her head to face several handsome men and beautiful women. No need to ask, no need to think, you know they are Dabao's relatives. Dabao smiled slightly. Let me introduce you. This is Zhu Lin, my colleague. This is my father, mother, second sister, fourth brother. After the introduction, Zhu Lin smiled and greeted, hello, uncle and aunt. Hello. She looked a little at a loss, but she was well educated and spoke generously. Lin Feng smiled slightly. Hello. Zhang Yuxi looked at Zhu Lin calmly and nodded to her slightly. Hello. Dabao smiled. You go back first. Zhu Lin's eyes were full of reluctance. I go back first. Erbao hurriedly said, how about Miss Zhu go up and sit for a while? Zhang Yuxi also said, if you are not busy, do you mind going up and sitting for a while? Zhu Lin's eyes widened, surprised and happy. Then I'm sorry to bother you. Xiaobao blinked his eyes and stretched out his hand for Dabao to hug. Dabao took her over. What did you eat tonight? Xiaobao said like a little adult, nothing. Big brother, is she your girlfriend? Xiaobao asked the last question right in Dabao's ear. Dabao pinched her little nose and said with a smile, no, don't talk nonsense, sister will be angry if she knows. Xiaobao said oh, obviously not believing it. After all, after listening to Lin Feng and the others' discussion before, this girl might be the one. Really? You didn't lie to me. Dabao said this time with a very sure tone, I didn't lie to you, we are just friends. Xiaobao said oh, blinking and looking at Zhu Lin. Zhu Lin is beautiful, or should I say generous, she looks very beautiful when she smiles. She didn't expect to meet the parents of her male gout when she was unprepared. Now she has nothing in her hands, and she hasn't dressed up properly. Erbao is good at getting close to people, and naturally chats with Zhu Lin. Ms. Zhu, you are my eldest brother's colleague, so you are also very capable. Zhu Lin said very modestly, no, I am not as capable as your brother, he is the real capable one. Her eyes could not hide her admiration and love for the male god. Erbao said, although my brother is very capable, people who can work there are already very impressive. Is my brother very serious when he is working? Zhu Lin's eyes lit up, as if she had a lot to say to Erbao, but she was very restrained. Yes, Your brother is very serious when he's working, he is serious and meticulous, and many people think he is very capable. Not only is he capable, but he can also cook and take care of people, and he is very popular with his colleagues. Urbeo smiled. My brother is indeed very charming, but what we are more concerned about is, do you know that my brother has a girlfriend? Zulin was stunned. She didn't expect Urbeo to ask this question. As far as I know, there are many people who like your brother, but he doesn't seem to have a girlfriend. Urbeo said, is Miss Zhu from Beijing? Zulin nodded, yes. Urbeo smiled, then I will come to Beijing and have time to play with you. Zulin replied, okay. After recovering from excitement and uneasiness, Zulin became a dignified person. Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng, who were walking behind, heard the conversation between the two clearly. The more Zhang Yuxi looked at Zulin, the more she was satisfied with her appearance and conversation. There is a kind of family education and elegance that is engraved in the bones, not acquired. This is a family heritage, and it is obvious that Zulin was born in such a family. As for whether the son likes it in the future, it depends on Dabeo himself. Sleep tonight. Zion Abeo has to go back to school for the early flight tomorrow morning. So, after arriving home, he greeted Zulin while asking Urbeo to supervise Zion Abeo to go to bed. Dabeo, Sabeo, Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi were in the living room, which was a bit crowded. After the scene, Lin Feng went to the kitchen to cut fruits. Zhang Yuxi asked Zulin about her family situation with concern. Zulin, where do you live? I'll let Dabeo take you home later. I'm worried about you going back alone as a girl. Zulin smiled. Auntie, my driver will come to pick me up soon. No need to trouble. Zhang Yuxi said, I have a driver, that's fine. At this time, Lin Feng was holding the fruits, and Zhang Yuxi smiled and asked Zulin to eat. Sibeo was about to reach out his hand, but Zhang Yuxi slowly raised her head and looked at him with a look. Under her eyes, Sibeo slowly withdrew his hand and looked at him eagerly. Lin Feng stood up. You guys chat. I'll go see Zion Abeo. Zhang Yuxi also stood up. I'll go with you. Zion Abeo had fallen asleep, and Lin Feng asked Urbeo to rest. Chapter 652 Background. As soon as Urbeo left, Zhang Yuxi sat on the bed and was very satisfied with Zulin. I just don't know if Dabeo likes it. After saying a lot of things, Lin Feng washed himself. Zhang Yuxi asked coquettishly, Husband, I'm telling you, did you hear me? Lin Feng came over, I heard you, but it's not even a start yet, it's too early to say that. Zhang Yuxi also knew it, but because of Dabeo's attitude, she had a few more thoughts. From high school to college, Zhang Yuxi had never seen him bring any girl home. Speaking of dating, he obviously didn't have this mind. At that time, I thought the child was still young and there was no rush, so I just let him do it. I don't know if parents all have this idea and anxiety. They think that as soon as their children graduate from college, they can start working, dating, getting married and having children. Now Dabeo is 21 years old, dating for a few years, and getting married and having children is about 26 or 27, which is just the right time. So, not only for Dabeo. For other children, Zhang Yuxi is particularly concerned about their feelings. Her own children are excellent, so there is no need to worry about no one chasing them. The key is the children's own ideas. When she had nothing to do, besides work, she began to think about this kind of thing. I understand the truth, but... Lin Feng smiled, let everything take its course, and let the children make their own decisions. They are all very picky and have their own ideas, so leave them alone. Zhang Yuxi raised her fist, leave them alone? Last time I asked Urbeo if there was anyone who suited her. Guess what Urbeo said? Lin Feng asked casually, what did she say? Zhang Yuxi snorted in anger. She said, men will only affect the speed at which I make money. Listen to what she said. Lin Feng smiled. She can do whatever she wants, and we can just put our heads together when the time comes. Zhang Yuxi was angry. How can you laugh? I haven't finished my words yet. Urbeo said again, men are so boring. Young ladies are interesting, with fair skin and beautiful looks. Tell me, what does she mean? Lin Feng laughed. What does she mean? Anyway, it's not what you think. Once she started to complain, Zhang Yuxi couldn't stop. And Sanbeo? I asked her about the situation over there, and she said that it's okay even if she brings me a foreign boyfriend. Do you know how to say that? Lin Feng asked curiously. What did she say? Zhang Yuxi took a deep breath. Sanbeo said that when it comes to dating, She has to think carefully and find someone who shares the same ideals as her. So I asked her, is there anyone who shares the same ideals as her? She said, not at the moment, I guess I have to wait a few years, it's so irritating. Lin Feng thought there was nothing wrong with this sentence. What Sanbao said is good. Zhang Yuxi glared at him, Sibao is even more amazing, and his ambition is even greater. Lin Feng became interested, what did he say? Zhang Yuxi laughed, he said that he wants to be a gold medal man, and then think about other things. Still talking to me, you have to win 200 gold medals first. Lin Feng calculated, how long will it take? Zhang Yuxi sneered, Olympics, husband. Lin Feng seemed to get his wife's anger, that's indeed a bit difficult. Zhang Yuxi's shoulders slumped. She held up 4 fingers pitifully. Husband, 4 children, 4, and in the end, nothing. 4 children, none of them succeeded in raising. No wonder she was anxious. Lin Feng held back his laughter, the children just graduated not long ago, maybe in a few years. Zhang Yuxi sighed, I don't know why, I don't worry about anything else, just worry about their major events in life. When parents reach a certain stage, they often worry about different things. When the children go to school, they worry about the children going to school. When the children are in adolescence, they worry about the children's adolescence. When the children take the college entrance examination, they worry about the college entrance examination. When the children go to college, they worry. Raising a child is 100 times more worrying than 99. After Zhang Yuxi fell asleep, Lin Feng heard the sound of the door closing outside. He went out and saw that it was Dabao who came back. Only the 4th child was lying on the sofa in the living room playing games. Did Zulin go home? Yes, she did. Then you guys should go to bed early. Dad, don't you want to ask something? I'm not that gossipy, go to bed. Dabao straightened his clothes, 4th brother, wash up and go to bed. Sibao just finished talking, put away his phone, stood up and smiled at Dabao. Brother, this goddess is pretty good, are you interested in her? Dabao said indifferently, no, I treat her as a friend, and I admire her work. Sibao followed behind Dabao, oh, a girl that can be admired by Big Brother is not simple. Dabao smiled, can you stop talking in a sarcastic way? There's really nothing between me and that girl, don't gossip. Sibao clicked his tongue, obviously not believing it. Dabao ignored him, regardless of whether he believed it or not, and there was no need to emphasize anything. They washed up here. Erbao was also chatting with Sanbao on his phone about Zulin. Erbao had a good impression of her. She looked good, had a good figure, and her manners were different from those rich ladies he had seen. She was not ostentatious, not low-key, and had a good personality. Third sister, what do you think? Not really. It doesn't matter whether we like her or not. As long as Big Brother likes her, it's fine. Erbao sent a message to Sibao, did you find out anything? Sibao, no, Big Brother said she's his friend and he admires her. Erbao, appreciate? Are you attracted to her? Sibao, I don't know. I don't think Big Brother looks interested. Erbao, that's it. 4th brother, go to sleep and stop playing with your phone. Sanbao was already asleep over there. Sanbao is a person who thinks very simply and has a somewhat pure personality. If she likes someone, she likes him. If she doesn't like someone, she doesn't like him. She also has simple thoughts and doesn't think about twists and turns. This is very similar to Raymond Lam. She doesn't think about possibilities or things that are out of the ordinary. Whether Zulin is Dabao's girlfriend or not depends on Dabao. Even if Dabao likes a girl with an ordinary appearance and an ordinary family background, they will accept it because Dabao likes her. Her thoughts are simple and direct, so when Erbao was investigating here, Sanbao was already sleeping soundly. Erbao also has connections and asked an acquaintance about this Zulin. She is a real academic master, who has dabbled in everything and is very good at science and engineering. In addition to excellent academic performance, her family conditions are also very good. Needless to say, her grandfather is a big shot. There are people in the family who are engaged in business and politics, all of whom are big shots, and they were born with a silver spoon in their mouths. The whole family is at the top of the upper class in Beijing. There are many boys who like Zulin, but she has never been in a relationship. It is also well known that she likes Dabao. After Erbao read it, he sent the information to Sibao, Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi. Lin Feng didn't sleep here, and after reading Zulin's profile, He couldn't help but take a breath. This family background is amazing. As parents, they naturally want to find a partner who can help their children's career. However, the most important thing is that the couple get along well and have a common language. Lin Feng replied to Erbao, "It's late, go to bed early, you have to take a plane tomorrow." Erbao replied, "I know, Dad, you should go to bed early too, good night." Pen refills, pen refills. Chapter 653 Invitation from the program team. The next day, the flight was at 5 o'clock. After Lin Feng sent a message to Lin Ji and Wen Xiao's parents, he boarded the plane back to Yangcheng. Xiaobao was drowsy the whole time and fell asleep as soon as he got on the plane. After getting off the plane and having breakfast, Lin Feng sent Xiaobao to school. "Dad will pick you up at noon today." Back home, Erbao hurried back to sleep. Zhang Yuxi also took a nap, and Lin Feng began to prepare ingredients for lunch. At this time, the phone rang. Lin Feng has two phones, one for personal use and one for work. "Hello, I'm Lin Feng." "Hello, I'm from the second season of Dad's Cute Baby Adventure. Our program team would like to invite Xiaobao and you to participate." Lin Feng put down the kitchen knife and listened to the other party continue. "We can discuss the pay and other details in detail." Lin Feng said, "I'll get back to you later." Okay, the contact information is this mobile number, my last name is Wei. Our program is recorded during the children's holidays, and it will be broadcast one episode at a time, which will not affect the children's studies. Also, our program has a high ratings and is very popular." Lin Feng said lightly, "I know this." After hanging up the phone, Lin Feng prepared the ingredients and sat on the sofa to learn about the program. The first season of Dad's Cute Baby's Wonderful Adventure was very popular. It was a popular variety show 2 years ago. I would follow it when I had nothing to do, and made several children in it famous. In fact, the program team had approached Lin Feng at that time. At that time, Xiaobao was filming a drama and had to shoot a variety show, so Lin Feng let it go. When the program started, Xiaobao's My Home was also released. The program team also took advantage of Xiaobao's popularity. What effect would Dad's Cute Baby have if Xiaobao participated in it? Unfortunately, when the Dad Cute Baby program team approached her, she was rejected. The truth behind it turned out to be, and other eye-catching titles. Not to mention, Dad Cute Baby Wonderful Adventure is quite good. At noon, Raymond Lam took Xiaobao home and told him about this. Xiaobao agreed without any hesitation because he could play games with Raymond Lam and appear on TV together. After dinner, Raymond Lam supervised Xiaobao's nap. Xiao Wei from the program team called on time. "Hello, I'm Xiao Wei. What do you think? I'm in Yangcheng now. We can talk in person if there's anything." An afternoon tea restaurant. The other party was a tall and thin young man with a bag on his back. He was surprised to see Raymond Lam in person. "Hello, I'm Xiao Wei, you are Mr. Lin, right?" Raymond Lam nodded, "Yes, please sit down." Xiao Wei sat down and said flatteringly, "You are younger and more handsome than in the photo." Raymond Lam smiled faintly, "This is what I ordered for you, see if it suits your taste." Occasionally, Raymond Lam would bring Xiaobao here to eat. These shops are small, but the food is very good and tastes great. Xiao Wei ate a few bites and praised it highly, "Super delicious." Then he took out a contract from his bag. "Mr. Lin, this is the contract, please take a look." Lin Feng read it at a glance. He didn't know much about these things, so he gave the contract to his lawyer to look over. This lawyer had previously handled the Sabao beating incident in Sanya. Later, Lin Feng found him again, and he resigned from the law firm this year. He opened his own law firm, and Lin Feng is his chief VIP client, and he does everything personally, no matter how big or small. He is now married and has children, and he is also a little famous in Guangzhou. The clients are either rich or noble, and Lin Feng occasionally drinks tea and plays golf with them. There is not much intersection, just going through the motions. He read the contract and pointed out several places that seemed to be fine, but actually had hidden loopholes. The program team will give different contracts for different invited guests. These loopholes are nothing more than money. Xiao Wei really didn't expect the other party to bring a professional lawyer. I'll contact the higher-ups to discuss this." Lin Feng discussed the conditions. "After the contract is revised, I'll contact this gentleman." Xiao Wei quickly said, "No problem, Mr. Lin." As soon as the two left, Xiao Wei immediately called the higher-ups. The higher-ups didn't expect that although Lin Feng's conditions were very harsh, Xiao Bao was now a hot little star. The Hollywood movie she starred in was released abroad and received rave reviews. It will be released in China in half a month. How popular Xiao Bao will be by then is unimaginable. Whether they can invite Xiao Bao by then is still unknown. That night, Lin Feng signed the contract with Xiao Wei. As soon as the holiday was over, the program began recording. The other two invited guests were hesitant at first, but when they heard that Lin Feng had signed the contract, they quickly signed it. The most popular national dad Lin Feng made his debut on the show. This topic alone has already triggered a sensation, not to mention the popularity of War of the Planets abroad. Those who don't appear on this show are fools. Then, life goes on as usual. Bao supervised Xiao Bao's study, while Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi were busy with their own things. Xiao Bao's handwriting had improved, and the calligraphy was not wasted. However, his academic performance did not improve much, and mathematics was his weak point. Chinese was better, but only better. For example, when describing his mother's personality, Xiao Bao used the word comprehensive humanity. My mother is really very humane. In the parent group, Lin Feng happened to see the teacher's circle of friends. He laughed after reading it without knowing the truth. After laughing, he even showed it to Zhang Yuxi and complained at the end. Wife, sometimes I think it's interesting for children to write essays. Look at this. Zhang Yuxi took a look and was about to laugh, but she stopped. Wait a minute, let me see. Why did she feel that this handwriting looked familiar? Lin Feng asked, what's wrong? Zhang Yuxi asked doubtfully, honey, don't you think this handwriting is somewhat similar to Xiao Bao's? Lin Feng looked closely. Really? Well, it is a bit similar. The more Zhang Yuxi looked at it, the more similar it was. As a teacher, she was very familiar with her daughter's handwriting. She went to find Xiao Bao, but then she thought about it and decided not to. Bao was supervising Xiao Bao's study at this moment, so she should not disturb him. Husband, go ask the teacher if this was written by Xiao Bao. Lin Feng, do you want me to ask? Yes, just ask. Lin Feng thought about it and sent a message to the teacher. Teacher, can I ask, was the test paper in your circle of friends written by Xiao Bao? Did you see it? Oh, it's really her. It's normal for children to be unprepared with some words. She should want to say that she is reasonable, but she just doesn't know how to answer. Such a reasonable teacher is not like this in the circle of friends. She is obviously laughing happily in the circle of friends. Zhang Yuxi never expected that the best clown would be me. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 654 Xiao Bao's Weibo. Lin Feng smiled and said, children sometimes use inaccurate words, it's normal. What she wanted to say must be that mom is reasonable, she just didn't know how to write it. Zhang Yuxi pulled the corner of her mouth. Husband, I saw you laughing happily just now. Lin Feng quickly said seriously, no. Zhang Yuxi laughed and went to do skincare. Forget it, let her go this time. What else can she do? Nitpick with her own daughter. Haha, think this is over? Ha, naive. Tonight's homework is to correct the test paper. Xiao Bao took out the Chinese test paper and scored 90 points, with 2 wrong questions. Bao held his cheek and said, bring the test paper here so I can see what's wrong. Then one of them couldn't help laughing. Haha, my mom is really human, she knows everything, but she's not good at expressing it. Haha, look at what Xiao Bao wrote. Oh, Xiao Bao, are you going to make me laugh to death? My daddy's like a hardworking little bee, buzzing around the house all day, so busy. Well, this doesn't sound wrong, haha. Xiao Bao didn't know what she was laughing at. Second sister, what are you laughing at? Bao laughed so hard that he took a photo and posted it on WeChat Moments. I won't say anything, just post 2 pictures to show you how scary my Xiao Bao is. Haha. Soon, there were a lot of replies below. Lin Feng also noticed it and commented with an emoji of covering his face with tears of laughter. Wife, look at this. Zhang Yuxi came over and read the sentence. This isn't a bee, it's a fly, right? Lin Feng held his forehead. I don't know what to say. Zhang Yuxi's picture-based writing is always very bizarre. 5 points for picture-based writing. The picture shows a morning when the mother duck takes a few ducklings out for a swim. One duckling is left behind. That's the general content. The content written by the children is almost the same, with little differences. Only Zhang Yuxi's story is a bit curious. This morning, the mother duck said that the ducklings were very dirty and said she would take them to the river to take a bath. But Zhang Yuxi doesn't like to take a bath, and he likes to be lazy in bed the most. He was unhappy all the way and wanted to go back to sleep, but he didn't want to be a dirty little duck. He had to take a bath in the river. Alice, he was so tired. At such a young age, he actually rode a little duckling with the helplessness of adults. For a moment, Yuxi didn't know what to say and praised Zhang Yuxi for his good writing. Zhang Yuxi was greatly encouraged and laughed. Yuxi's Weibo is the most active, and Zhang Yuxi's Weibo is mostly managed by her and Raymond Lam. She posts some selfies, behind-the-scenes footage, homework, etc., with many elements. Unlike some little stars, they post photoshopped selfies, competition photos, and some beautiful scenery. All in all, Zhang Yuxi's painting style is very different. Look, Yuxi has put the picture up, along with the previous one that his mother is very human, and his father is buzzing. Ha ha ha, today is also a happy day on Weibo. Every time I read Zhang Yuxi's Weibo, I always feel like laughing. What's going on? Mom, very human, right? See how I'll deal with you later. Buzzing is not only about bees, but also mosquitoes and flies. This description is perfect. For a moment I don't know what the problem is. The hardworking little bees are indeed buzzing. What's the problem? It's over. Now everyone knows that Zhang Yuxi is a poor student. Yuxi, hide quickly. Personality is the most important. Human nature, that, ha ha ha. It's normal for children to write like this. Last time my brother wrote an essay and was asked to write about an animal, he wrote about a fly. I can always find fun on Zhang Yuxi's Weibo, and today is no exception. Mom, I'll beat you. Zhang Yuxi's grades are obvious to all. Unlike her brother and sister who are academic geniuses, she is a complete poor student. This is now known to everyone. A week later, the final exams began. Then came the winter break. No one cared about Zhang Yuxi's academic performance. He just had to answer the questions well and not be careless. In the morning, he took the Chinese exam, and in the afternoon, he took a break to wait for the results. The Chinese and math teachers liked to stand next to Zhang Yuxi to supervise the exam. Zhang Yuxi, who had seen a lot of wind and waves, couldn't help but get nervous. Teacher, can you please not stand here? I'm nervous. The Chinese teacher smiled slightly. Okay. The math teacher frowned slightly and reminded Zhang Yuxi, check carefully. Zhang Yuxi also got on the point and checked quickly, finding several mistakes. The exam was over, and there were no classes in the afternoon. It would take 2 days to get the results. The higher the score, the less homework you have to do during the winter break, and vice versa. The worse you do on the exam, the more homework you have to do. Since the first grade, most of the 4 children have scored full marks and basically have no homework. 2 days later, the test papers were distributed. Zhang Yuxi scored 94 points in Chinese and 92 points in math. He scored 100 points in Chinese and had no homework. 99 to 95, 1 limit. 94 to 90, 1 limit. Most of the students scored above 95 points, and only a few scored above 90 points. There were only 1 or 2 students who scored below 90 points. Therefore, Zhang Yuxi had a lot of winter vacation Chinese homework. Write 1 row for each pinyin, and 1 row for each new word. Write 1 article for the text you recited. Write 3 essays, with no limit on the subject. In addition, there is also a winter vacation homework book for Chinese. Zhang Yuxi looked unhappy. Most students scored 100 points in math, and the others scored above 95 points. Only a few scored below 95 points. As for homework, in addition to the winter vacation homework book, there are 2 exercise books and 1 application question book. Zhang Yuxi was worried, Zhang Yuxi was in pain, and Zhang Yuxi wanted to cry. Then he went home with his head down. Zhang Yuxi, don't be unhappy. Here, I'll give it to you. This is super delicious. Zhang Yuxi's eyes suddenly became bright. Really? Thank you. With delicious food, Zhang Yuxi didn't feel sad anymore, and jumped out of the school gate. Seeing that she was so happy, Lin Feng thought she did well in the exam. In the car, Zhang Yuxi finished his snacks and glanced at the heavy school bag beside him. Oh, he remembered that he didn't do well in the exam. Lin Feng looked in the mirror. Why is his mouth pouting? What's wrong? Because I didn't do well in the exam, and I have a lot of homework for the winter vacation. Seeing Zhang Yuxi holding his chin like a little adult, Lin Feng didn't know what to say for a moment. On the way back, Lin Feng talked a lot with Zhang Yuxi. The general idea was that academic performance cannot represent everything, and it is good to develop in an all-round way. Even if he did poorly in the exam, in his eyes, Zhang Yuxi is still a very outstanding child. When he got home, Lin Feng asked Zhang Yuxi to do his winter vacation homework and cook for himself. Zhang Yuxi, came back, but he didn't ask how many points he got in the exam. Zhang Yuxi took the initiative to mention that he didn't do well in the exam at the dinner table, and he was in a depressed mood. Smiled. Grades don't mean anything, don't be unhappy, we will study hard and study seriously. If you don't know, ask the teacher, or ask us. Zhang Yuxi also said, your sister is right, don't take grades too seriously, they don't mean anything. With these words, Zhang Yuxi was not so worried. Chapter 655, Sanbao is back. The program team called on the first day after the holiday to tell them the filming process. Because it is a parent-child variety show, every detail must be filmed. Next, there's a week-long filming. It happened that Sanbao also came back from abroad and participated in this program. After the filming of the first episode of Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi was completed, the program team had to do post-editing, dubbing, subtitles and other work. After 2 or 3 days of rest, the next episode will be filmed. The program team is waiting for War of the Planets to be released before striking while the iron is hot. When Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi were filming the second episode, War of the Planets was released in major theaters as scheduled. As everyone wished, Zhang Yuxi became popular. The Princess Eugene she played was the ideal tough little princess among book fans. The doubts disappeared along with her acting skills. Instead, her acting, which was not inferior to the leading actor, was natural and had a strong sense of substitution. In the play, she interpreted the changes in Eugene's emotions vividly. The other party called and they had already started preparing for Princess Eugene's independent film. The show Dad and Cute Baby was launched on the second day of its premiere. Everyone sees me in the car now. The next group of families to go, ding ding ding, it's this one. Lin Zhang, I believe everyone is familiar with her. This time she and her father will participate in our show together. The barrage began to float. Looking forward to it, my future in-laws are finally going to be on TV, so excited. National Dad, I wonder what kind of performance he will have. Zhang Yuxi's acting skills are promising in the future, and he will definitely be an international film queen in the future. The acting skills of the male and female protagonists are okay, just a little bit better than Zhang Yuxi. As the program team came to the manor, the barrage became sour. Wow, this manor is bigger than the previous one, it's good to have money. I don't have any lofty goals, I just want to be a relative with Lin. Lin Feng opened the door in his home clothes. Hello. The host covered his mouth and exclaimed, Ah, Mr. Lin, hello, hello, did I disturb you so early? Lin Feng smiled slightly, charming, no, please come in. At this time, the barrage was crazy. Fuck, so handsome, I can do it. Oh my god, who would believe that his child is already 20 years old? Almost the same age as my senior. So handsome, what national dad? He's obviously the national husband, okay. I fell in love with his smile. So handsome. You are all greedy for Gigi's face, I'm different, I'm greedy for Gigi, ha ha ha. Once I saw Raymond Lam, I was ruined for life, it's over, I fell in love with this man. Under the leadership of Raymond Lam, the program followed to Zhang Yuxi's children's room. Along the way, the camera can glimpse the atmosphere and luxury of the decoration here. The children's room is beautifully decorated, with a bathroom, cloakroom, toy area, and a corner of the study. Her room is bigger than our living room. Reincarnation is a technical job. How can I say it? I don't know why, when I see their family, I can't even feel jealous. I just realized that their family is really low-key. Zhang Yuxi was sleeping soundly on the bed, and she was chubby and super cute. Lin Feng woke her up. Zhang Yuxi, get up, the program crew is here. At this time, The program crew also gave a close-up, and the post-production subtitles were so cute. Zhang Yuxi opened her eyes in a daze and asked curtly, "Who are you?" The host laughed, "We are from the program crew. Do you want to get up? We will leave soon." Zhang Yuxi said, "Oh," and said politely, "Then please go out, I want to get up." The host led the program crew out of the room. In the kitchen, Lin Feng had already started to set up the dishes. After the program crew came down, Lin Feng turned back and called Zhang Yuxi, Erbao and Sanbao to eat. A good man who is rich, handsome, gentle, and family-oriented, please give me one, please. Miss Zhang must have saved the galaxy to marry a husband like Lin Feng. I'm not showing off. You can tell at a glance that he cooks often at home, and his skills are very skilled. Haha, in my family, I always wake up the father and son after I finish cooking. I'm so angry. Zhang Yuxi can wash his face and brush his teeth by himself now, but he can't comb his hair. As it happened, Sanbao got up, and the whole screen was filled with her stunning beauty. She came over to tie Zhang Yuxi's hair in her home clothes, ignoring the camera next to her. Fuck, why is she so beautiful? Amazing. If Sanbao enters the entertainment industry, her looks will beat others, and she will just be a vase. I watched Sanbao grow up. Now I'm 31 years old and still single. Can I find a partner? Sanbao has been beautiful since she was a child. Zhang Yuxi looked left and right in the mirror. Thank you, Sanji. Sanbao smiled slightly, took her hand and went downstairs. Then Erbao also came downstairs. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Sanmei, and Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi greeted, good morning, second sister. Erbao is so cool and beautiful. The beauty of Erbao and Sanbao is completely different. I don't know which one to choose. Haha, only children make choices. I want both. Brother, you want nothing. Quick, wake him up. The last one to come late was Zhang Yuxi. The screen was full of hello mother-in-law, hello mother-in-law, hello mother, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, report here. They are too young, they look like sisters. As young as ever, I'm crying with envy. My mother-in-law is so beautiful. No wonder my wife is so beautiful. That's right, my husband is so handsome too. After breakfast, those who should go to work went to work. They didn't feel reluctant to leave like other families, which looked a bit fake. Zhang Yuxi explained a few things, and these words were also said last night. Erbao held Zhang Yuxi's chubby little face and rubbed it. I'm going to work, you have to listen to daddy and don't be petty, okay? Zhang Yuxi nodded, I know. Sanbao said on the side, take care of yourself and daddy. After leaving, Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi started to pack up. Zhang Yuxi had her own suitcase, and Lin Feng asked her to pack it herself. If you need any help, call daddy. Okay. It's cold over there, bring more thick clothes. Okay. Zhang Yuxi opened his own closet and put all the sweaters, down jackets, and pants on the bed. After Lin Feng finished packing, he came over and saw Zhang Yuxi stuffing things into the suitcase by himself. Dad will help you. Go get the wash cup, toothbrush, toothpaste, hairbands and hairpins. Zhang Yuxi said, thank you, Dad, and then went to the bathroom. When they were almost done packing, Lin Feng sat on the bed and said, Zhang Yuxi, check to see if there's anything you missed. Zhang Yuxi squatted down to check, tilted his head and thought for a while, Dad, did you bring my bank card? Lin Feng was stunned for a moment, no. Zhang Yuxi hurriedly said, take it with you. Money is very important. If we lose it, we can't come back without money. Lin Feng smiled, okay, Dad will go get the bank card now, you see if there's anything you didn't bring. Zhang Yuxi looked around and put on his phone watch. Then he ran to find Lin Feng again, Dad, I finished checking. Have you checked yours? Lin Feng replied, everything has been checked. Zhang Yuxi, then we can leave. Then we went to the airport and changed buses. Chapter 656 5 Groups of Parents. Just imagine, Yu Zhang has one older brother, Lin Jiajin has two older brothers, Lin Rui has two older brothers, and Lin Ji has one younger brother. I have two older brothers, so there are 7 older brothers and one younger brother. As the only girl among her peers, it can be said that she is the most loved one. Now she is in the first grade of elementary school, and she is always served like a little princess by her older brothers and sisters. Therefore, whenever she is with Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi, they will not spoil Zhang Yuxi too much. Because Lin Feng is a special member, He can use the VIP channel. It is quiet here. Lin Feng sees that the registration time is still early, so he holds Zhang Yuxi and lets her sleep for a while. Zhang Yuxi yawns and falls asleep in Lin Feng's arms. After arriving at the destination, we drive to a small village, and at this time, several other fathers and children have arrived. Lin Feng's group came the latest. Zhang Yuxi occasionally goes to the countryside with juggling. She likes to play and thinks the countryside is fun. Running and playing in the distance in front. Slow down, don't fall. Lin Feng carries a backpack and holds 2 suitcases in his hands. Arriving at the village, Zhang Yuxi has already started to get acquainted with the other party. Dad, where's my box? Lin Feng opened the box, and Zhang Yuxi took out the gifts he had prepared in advance. 4 identical cute dolls. The children all liked them very much. There are a total of 5 groups of parents participating in the program this time. Group 1. The father is a retired athlete champion, and the child is called Li Feng. He is a very handsome little boy, who is also in the 1st grade this year, the same age as Zhang Yuxi. He is tall and strong, and looks very energetic, and feels full of strength all over the body. Group 2. The father is an outsider, and his wife is an actress. This little princess is called Lucky, 6 years old, 1 year younger than Zhang Yuxi, with curly hair, and cute. She came to participate because of her high popularity. Group 3. The father is a very famous actor with many representative works. Like Lin Feng, he had a son in middle age. The little boy is called Zimi, 5 years old this year, and the father and son look very similar. Group 4. The father is a new director, with an ordinary appearance, but gave birth to a very cute little princess. The little princess is called Zhang Yuxi, the same age as Zhang Yuxi this year, both in the 1st grade. The 5th group. The father is a low-key super rich man, handsome, and has a total of 5 outstanding children. The one who came to participate this time was Zhang Yuxi, 7 years old, in the 1st grade. Needless to say, it was Lin Feng's group. Zhang Yuxi prepared a gift, and the other little babies also prepared. The audience saw it clearly. Except for Zhang Yuxi, the other babies were reminded by their parents. At this time, the host smiled and said, "Since everyone is here today, our trip has officially begun." The 1st season went to all parts of the country, and the filming locations also became famous places. In disguise, it promoted the development of the local area. So in the 2nd season, more funds were obtained for publicity and planning. The host smiled. The first thing is the issue of housing. The environment of the 5 houses here is different, some are good and some are bad, it all depends on the luck of our little baby. Now, who will come up first to draw first? The 7-year-old Zhang Yuxi took the lead. I'll go first. She was well trained by her mother since she was a child. She can play the piano, chess, calligraphy and painting, and she is best at dancing. It is said that dancing helps to improve the temperament of little girls. Zhang Yuxi is as cute and pretty as her name suggests, and her speech and behavior are a bit coquettish. She drew house number 2. At this time, the program team released house number 2, which felt so-so. Zhang Yuxi started. If they followed the order, the next one would be Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi turned to Zimi and said, "Brother, come on." Zimi is only 5 years old and is the youngest here. Zimi likes Zhang Yuxi very much, and they played together just now. He held her hand and said, "Let's draw together." Zimi drew room number 3, which was okay. Zhang Yuxi drew the last room, number 5, which was a thatched house built by the program itself. At this time, Zhang Yuxi didn't know. The program team also deliberately enlarged Zhang Yuxi's little face, and the subtitles were also naughty. Zhang Yuxi didn't know what he would face next. The one who drew the luxury villa was Li Feng, whose father is a retired athlete and is also 7 years old this year. The second one with good conditions is Zhang, whose father is an outsider and whose mother is an actress. The host smiled. The rooms have been arranged, so let's go find our own rooms. We have prepared new tasks in the rooms. Good luck, dads and babies. In the 1st season, the children were all 4 or 5 years old, and many tasks had to be completed by adults. So there was not much to watch. After all, this is a cute parent-child program. So in the 2nd season, the program team selected children aged 6 or 7, who have certain hands-on skills. This is more effective. Zimi held Zhang Yuxi's hand and started looking for their own rooms. The 2 fathers also chatted. Raymond Lam also did his homework this time, and he was very familiar with famous actors like Zimmy's father. He said, "I have seen your works and I like them very much. Your acting is superb." Zimmy's father smiled slightly. "I have also heard about you. You look even more handsome than in the photos." Raymond Lam was modest and changed the topic to works. From the conversation, it can be seen that Raymond Lam has really seen Zimmy's father's works. Zimmy's father is also in his 40s this year. He was the husband of many girls back then, including now. By chance, Zimmy's father, who rarely uses Weibo, suddenly posted a dynamic. He became a father, and only mentioned that the mother of the child was an outsider. It was so sudden that Weibo was paralyzed. They both had children in middle age, were of similar age, and had a very good chat. They came to a fork in the road and separated. Zion Abeo was looking forward to what his house would look like, and kept talking all the way. As they walked, there was a haystack in front of them. It was obviously built by someone, and because it looked a bit abrupt, Raymond Lam noticed it. There was a sign on it, and it clearly said 5. Raymond Lam was a little surprised, and his face said, "Ah, this." Zion Abeo continued to walk forward. Raymond Lam called her, "Zion Abeo, don't go, we found the house." The innocent and cute Zion Abeo looked around curiously, and asked excitedly, "Where's it, Dad? Where is it?" At this time, the subtitles of the program group were particularly naughty. The house waved to them, I'm here, I'm here." But Zion Abeo turned a blind eye to this. I think she would never believe that the haystack in front of her was their house. Raymond Lam took her hand and came to the thatched house. Zion Abeo's smile solidified on her face little by little. Later, there was an expression comparison, which was like a bolt from the blue. Raymond Lam said, "Let's go in and take a look." After being surprised, Zion Abeo quickly accepted it and found it very interesting. The thatched house was well decorated, with a table and a bed. That's it. Chapter 657 Is the production team so cruel? Everything on the bed was new, and there was a task card on the table. Lin Feng put down the suitcase, looked around, and took out the task card. Zion Abeo was lying on the bed, and asked worriedly, "Dad, will this collapse?" Lin Feng replied, "It shouldn't, it looks very solid." Seeing Zion Abeo rolling around on the bed, he turned his head and asked, "Do you like it?" Zion Abeo nodded, "I like it very much, like a secret base, like a tent." Lin Feng was a little worried that Zion Abeo would reject it, and had already thought of comforting words. "Here is a task card, asking us to find ingredients and prepare dinner. If you can't find it, you don't have to eat dinner, you can only go hungry." Zion Abeo sat up with a start. "Dad, let me see what's there." Subtitles, Little foodies, eating is the most important thing. There are 4 ingredients, lettuce, carrots, cabbage, and onions, which are very few. After Lin Feng put down his things, he began to take Zion Abeo to find ingredients. "When I came here, Dad saw a vegetable field, let's go over there and take a look." Zion Abeo held Lin Feng's hand, and the two met Jiao Jiao and her father and daughter halfway. They were surprised to learn that Lin Feng lived in a thatched house built by the program team. Jiao Jiao's father was surprised. "Really? Is the production team so cruel?" Jiao Jiao heard, "Dad, Jiao Jiao wants to see the thatched house, it must be very interesting." Jiao Jiao's father's task is also to find vegetables. Except for the lettuce, the other vegetables are different. After walking for a while, they met Missy and others. Walking, they met the father and son of the Li family. People gathered like this. The parents compared the task cards above. Lin Feng suggested, "How about this? Whoever sees the other's vegetables will help to complete the task. Then we will meet here and make an exchange with each other." Everyone thought that Lin Feng's suggestion was very good, so they took their children to look around. Lin Feng has a good memory and remembers clearly what was in the places he just passed along the way. He took the basket prepared by the production team and came to the vegetable field. No one took care of the rotten leaves of the lettuce, so Lin Feng rolled up his sleeves and started to work. Zion Abeo imitated Lin Feng and prepared to start. "Dad can do it alone. Zion Abeo, go pick the cabbage next to you." Zion Abeo responded loudly, "Okay." Raymond Lam quickly broke off 7 or 8 lettuces, picked off the rotten leaves, and put them in the basket. Here, Zion Abeo was pulling and pulling at the cabbage. The subtitles were also naughty. "Come on." Raymond Lam called Zion Abeo and made a gesture to her, indicating that he should break it. "This is a cabbage, which has not been taken care of." There are scattered leaves all around. At first glance, it looks very big. Zhang Yuxi is very strong. He just held one and broke it. Who knew that he used too much force and sat on the ground with his buttocks? He was a little confused holding the cabbage. The program team also deliberately slowed down this group of shots to show Zhang Yuxi's cuteness. Raymond Lam turned his head and smiled unkindly. Do you want Dad to help? Zhang Yuxi waved his hand. No, I can do it. Standing up and patting his buttocks, Zhang Yuxi went to pick up the next cabbage. This time he copied the same thing and held it and broke it hard. Lin Feng took a look and tried to hold back his laughter. Zhang Yuxi, I'll go see if there are any carrots. Zhang Yuxi struggled with the cabbage. Go ahead. Haha, I don't know why I want to laugh. Zhang Yuxi is a down-to-earth person. He doesn't have any celebrity airs at all. Haha, I did the same when I was a kid, but I used to have sickles, which was very convenient. Come and help my little cutie. She's working so hard. Ha ha ha. After finally picking 3 cabbages, Zhang Yuxi got up and went to find Lin Feng. Dad, are there any carrots? Are there? Lin Feng said, yes. Do you want to come over? Zhang Yuxi, I'm already here. At this moment, Zhang Yuxi was addicted to work and took on the work of pulling carrots. Dad, leave this to me. Zhang Yuxi is very strong. Lin Feng moved aside. Okay, we'll probably need 10. Zhang Yuxi nodded solemnly. Okay, watch me. I'm King Kong Superman. Zhang Yuxi immersed himself in pulling carrots, but couldn't pull them up for a long time, and looked shocked. I probably didn't expect that the little carrots would be so hard to pull. Lin Feng saw the orange tree next to him. There were 2 in total, and they must have been picked by someone. The rest were not good. Lin Feng thought about it and walked over to pick 1 or 2. Here, Zhang Yuxi was still fighting with the carrots, and Lin Feng had already picked 4 or 5. At this time, Zhang Yuxi came over. Zhang Yuxi was covered in a lot of mud, and it was obvious that he had worked hard. Zhang Yuxi's shoes were a little dirty, because she was looking for vegetables just now. She was the only one of the 4 children who was picking flowers and playing around, and didn't help with the task. Zhang Yuxi's father came over. I'll help you. At this time, Zhang Yuxi was so tired that he was sweating, and wiped his forehead. Thank you, uncle. There was mud on his hands, and now when he wiped it, his forehead was all over. Zhang Yuxi's father asked Zhang Yuxi to play with his daughter. There are uncles here. Zhang Yuxi said, oh, uncles are here. Lin Feng came over, looked at the mud on his daughter's forehead, and took out a wet tissue from his backpack to wipe it clean. Are you tired? Zhang Yuxi nodded, her eyes watery. Dad, I'm hungry. Lin Feng suddenly realized something. There is no one at home to cook. But never mind, just pack these things first. Lin Feng packed the cabbage and carrots, and went to the designated location with Zhang Yuxi and her father. The first to arrive were Lucky and his daughter. Lucky's father smiled and said, you can tell from Zhang Yuxi's appearance that she has done a lot of work. Lin Feng said with a hint of pride, she just likes to toss around. She has a lot of energy. Lucky little princess is very well behaved, probably because she is shy. She keeps sticking to her father. Lucky's father said, just now I came across a pond with fish in it. Children like these, and Zhang Yuxi immediately became excited when she heard it. Before she opened her mouth, Lin Feng knew what she was going to say and refused. No, we have to go cook in a while. After dinner, we will go there when we have time. Zhang Yuxi touched his belly and agreed reluctantly. On this side, Zhang Yuxi kept pulling her father to go to the pond to see the fish. Zhang Yuxi's father tried to persuade her, and Lin Feng and Lucky's father beside him also persuaded her. Zhang Yuxi pouted unwillingly and didn't say anything. Obviously, the little princess was unhappy. Zimi and his son and Li Kexin also came. Everyone asked each other to exchange the task vegetables and completed the task successfully. Then it was time to cook. Cook? How could he do it without a pot or a stove? Lin Feng looked at Zimi's father and asked to borrow a pot and a stove, and also cooked a meal for Zimi and his son. Children like to play with someone, and their parents will definitely get close to each other. Zimi's house conditions are not bad, with a pot and a stove, and it is a 1-bedroom and 1-living-room house. The environmental conditions are second only to Lin Feng. Li Kexin and his son live in a 2-story luxury house. Zhang Yuxi's family and Zimi have independent courtyards, both of which are good. Zimi asked Lin Feng, I don't know how to use this stove. Do you know how to use it? If you don't know how to use it, then it's difficult. It's the stove in the countryside in the past. It's hard to say that it's not difficult for Lin Feng. I know how to do this. I used to cook with this when I lived in the countryside when I was a kid. Zimmy's father was relieved when he heard this. That's great. Lin Feng lit the stove with skillful movements. I'll do this first. Zimmy's father, you wash the vegetables and I'll cut them later. Chapter 658 Uncle's cooking is delicious. Zimmy's father, like Zhang Yuxi, was fed by God. After playing a supporting role in his first TV series, he became very popular. After that, every time he participated in a work, he was very good. Now, in middle age, Zimmy's father rarely comes out to film. He focuses on his family and children. He occasionally comes out to film because of personal relationships. In a drama released last year, the investors and the publicity party used his name, but he was not the protagonist at all. He was just a supporting role for some young actors and actresses. The result was extremely embarrassing. The acting skills of the two were simply unbearable to watch, even with the special effects. This film, unsurprisingly, flopped. Zimmy's father clumsily began to wash the vegetables. Zhang Yuxi and Zimmy squatted aside to help, and the two chatted. Zimmy's father occasionally chatted with Zhang Yuxi, and he was a man who was not good at speaking. He created many classic characters, but in reality he was not good at communicating with others. Raymond Lam lit the fire, washed the pot, and sterilized all the things in the kitchen at high temperature. Zimmy's father has already washed the vegetables, and the program team has prepared a piece of excellent pork belly for them. Wow, Mr. Lin is so amazing, you can tell he has worked before. Mr. Lin has refreshed my perception of rich men, he really knows everything, he is my perfect match. My dad is also good at cooking, he knows everything except money. Zimmy's father is really cute in contrast, his conversation with Zhang Yuxi is so funny. Am I the only one who focuses on the watch worth 2 million on Mr. Lin's wrist? Mr. Lin's family is really low-key. Zhang Yuxi is also very likable, I like them. Zimmy always sticks to Zhang Yuxi, calling her sister so sweet, I like cute babies so much. The camera turned, and other families also had this kind of earthen stove for burning fire, they had no idea where to start. Li Kexin's father was born in the countryside and used an earthen stove when he was a child. He took great pains to finally burn the pot. Zhang Yuxi lives close to their home, and Zhang Yuxi's father, who doesn't know how to make a fire, goes to Kexin's father to see what's going on. The two of them work together to see if they can light the fire. The lucky little princess and her father came to Zimmy's house. He carried Lucky in his arms and walked into the house with vegetables in one hand. Is Zimmy's father here? Zimmy ran out with Zhang Yuxi behind her. Lucky's father smiled. Zhang Yuxi is here too. Zhang Yuxi waved and greeted Lucky, explaining, there is no one to cook where we live, so we came to borrow Zimmy's brothers. Lucky's father let his daughter play with other children and went into the house to take a look. Lucky shook her head and said she wanted to follow her father. Helplessly, he had to carry her into the house and asked, Zimmy's father, is your stove ready? As soon as he entered the kitchen, he saw Zimmy sitting in front of the stove and adding firewood. Lin Feng was chopping vegetables on the chopping board with his knife. Lucky's father opened his eyes. Wow, you are so awesome, you have already cooked. Then he was a little embarrassed. Well, can I share the meal? Zimmy's father said, how can I do these? It's Zhang Yuxi's father who makes the fire. I just pick and wash the vegetables. Lin Feng took the time to take Lucky's father's vegetable basket. Leave this to us, Lucky Dad, please help look after the children. Lucky Dad was overjoyed. Thank you for your hard work, I'll go out to look after the children. Zhang Yuxi and Zimmy were playing with stones outside. Let's see what is hidden under the stones. Lucky Dad held his daughter over. What are you playing? Zhang Yuxi said loudly, treasure hunt. Lucky Dad mobilized his daughter's emotions. Lucky, let's join in and treasure hunt together, okay? Zhang Yuxi smiled slightly, and her chubby smile was super cute. Lucky, can we join together? Lucky hesitated. Her father quickly said, Dad is here with you and won't go anywhere. Zhang Yuxi took off the small hairpin on her hair and gave it to Lucky. This is a small gift for you to be good friends, okay? The hairpin was a small red apple, very cute, and it was a new model launched by Herbeo. It was expensive and sold out. Lucky obviously liked it and looked at his father. After getting consent, Lucky smiled sweetly at Zhang Yuxi. Thank you, Sister Zaya Abeo. Zaya Abeo waved his hand, looking very generous. You're welcome. Now we are good friends. Lucky smiled sweetly and nodded. Her father put the apple hairpin on his daughter, so beautiful. Zimi also nodded, yes, it is very beautiful. Just like that, Lucky joined in, and the three children began the so-called treasure hunt. Zaya Abeo is so good at being a person, unlike me. This little apple hairpin is 4,500, very, very beautiful. I grabbed one for my sister on her birthday. I highly recommend it. Zimi has a high EQ, this little boy is likable. Lucky is really sweet, and Zaya Abeo really wants to take a bite, he is so chubby and cute. I wonder if Zaya Abeo will continue to be cute after he grows up. Zaya Abeo doesn't look like a child from a rich family at all, she is just like an ordinary child, her parents have educated her very well. Here, Zimi's father was cooking, and Lin Feng was making orange juice for the children while cooking. Wash the oranges, cut them in half, and squeeze out the water directly. This orange has a lot of water, the only drawback is that it is a bit sour. Lin Feng found some white sugar in the kitchen, and the taste was suitable. It is still very cold in the countryside in winter, so the food should be eaten while it is hot. After cooking, Raymond Lam and Zimi set the table and called the adults and children outside to eat. The water here is cold, so Raymond Lam used a pot to warm up hot water for them to wash their hands. After washing their hands, everyone sat together to eat. Zimi's father and Lucky's father praised Raymond Lam's cooking skills. It's delicious. Do you usually cook at home? Zimi's father has been acting less recently. He has not managed his body well in middle age, so he is definitely fat. Seeing him eat with big mouthfuls, you know that he usually eats a lot. Lucky's father eats less, but his daughter eats a lot. The children are more active when eating together, and they eat very deliciously. It is said that they ate half a bowl more than usual. After eating, Lucky's father took the initiative to wash the dishes. Raymond Lam found an enamel basin, put the fire in the stove, and let the children warm themselves by the fire. The children squatted together, talking and laughing. Zhang Yuxi's father and Li Kexin's father came to visit with the children. They had a very heartbreaking meal. The children also ate very little, and they were barely full. Lin Feng learned that Zhang Yuxi and Li Kexin didn't eat much, so he asked them if they wanted to eat, and there was still some left. It was just enough for the two children. Zaya Abeo was very proud. My dad's cooking is delicious, you will definitely like it. Zimi also said, Uncle's cooking is delicious. Even Zingayan, who usually doesn't talk much, stood up. Uncle's cooking is super delicious, even better than Mom's. Chapter 659. Don't you have any homework? Lin Feng also started to get busy. After a while, he heated up the food for the children. Children at this stage are growing up, always hungry, and have a big appetite. Look, Lin Feng served each person a small bowl of rice, and they all finished it. The two fathers saw their children eating so happily and talked about the funny things they did when they started cooking. Zaya Abeo suddenly thought of something. Dad, I want to go see the fish. When she said this, several children rushed to the pond to see the fish. It was still early, so they took their children to the pond. Not to mention, there were many fish in the pond that could be seen with the naked eye, which made several children excited. There's a big one here. I have one here too, but it's so small. It disappeared, swam away. Zaya Abeo pursed his lips, ran over to ask the program crew, Uncle, can we go fishing? At this time, the voice of the program crew came, yes, you can fish, but there is no fishing rod. The children were very disappointed, stood by and watched for a while, and then went home. Although the thatched house is small, the program crew prepared everything. Lin Feng boiled water for Zaya Abeo to wash up, and then went to bed after tidying up. Zaya Abeo rolled around on the bed and made a video call. After a while, Zhang Yuxi's voice came. Zaya Abeo excitedly pointed the camera at the thatched house. Mom, look, thatched house. Zhang Yuxi's surprised voice came from the other side. Thatched house? Will it leak? Zaya Abeo hesitated for a moment. It should be. No. Zhang Yuxi said, how was your day with Dad today? Was it fun? Super fun. I went to the fields to pull carrots and Chinese cabbage today. There's a pond here, with a lot of fish in it, but it's a pity that there are no fish hooks, so we can't fish. It's so small here, there is no place to cook, so I went to my brother Zimi's house to cook. Xiaobao was chatting with Zhang Yuxi about what he saw and heard today. Outside, Lin Feng was washing Xiaobao's coat, pants, and shoes. 2 basins, plus a bag of laundry. After washing, he hung them on the rope outside. After doing all this, he went into the house and heard Xiaobao and Erbao chatting happily. That's great, second sister. Can we build a thatched house when we get home? Okay, if Dad agrees, we can build one and make it our secret base. Then we need to build a big thatched house so that more people can live in it. Lin Feng reminded Xiaobao, it's getting late. It's time to go to bed, Xiaobao. Xiaobao said, oh, and handed the phone to Lin Feng. Lin Feng took the phone and it was Zhang Yuxi's voice. Xiaobao, were you good today? Without waiting for Lin Feng to answer, Xiaobao answered first. Xiaobao was super good. Lin Feng smiled. Yes, Xiaobao was very good today and helped me with a lot of housework. After chatting for a while and hanging up the phone, Xiaobao had already covered himself with a quilt and fell asleep. Lin Feng found a sewing kit from his bag and slowly bent a needle. Are you making fish hooks for this sewing kit? My President Lin is so amazing that he even has this thing. I used to only be attracted by President Lin's looks, but now I'm completely conquered by this man's charm. Oh my god, why is he so outstanding? Damn, let those ordinary men see, they are so rich, but they can still be so family-oriented and manage the household. What about them? My husband earns more than 3,000 yuan a month, haha, he thinks he's so great, acting like an uncle every day. My ex-husband has a little money, he opened a hardware factory, and with real estate, he has about 10 or 20 million. He is just like his ancestors, haha. Many men are so poor, so ugly, and so useless, but they are so confident. How do they do it? I don't ask how much money the other side can make in the future. It's enough for them to take care of the family and love their wife and children. I am willing to suffer with him, provided that he is a good man worthy of trust. President Lin is such a good man, he is my ideal type. He is the most outstanding man I have ever seen, no doubt about it. I heard from the seniors that when Mr. Lin was still a student, they loved each other very much. They are still in such a good relationship after so many years. I envy them. In them, I see the shadow of love. Lin Feng made the fish hook, put it away, turned off the lights and went to sleep. In a blink of an eye. It was the next morning. After getting up, Lin Feng went to Zimi's house to make breakfast. Before leaving, Lin Feng left a message for Xiaobao. Zimi's house has 1 bedroom and 1 living room, which are not connected, so Lin Feng's cooking will not disturb them. Lin Feng cooked vegetable porridge, boiled some eggs prepared by the program team, and fried 2 vegetables. The stove simmered slowly, and the vegetable porridge was thick and fragrant. After Lin Feng was done, he saw that it was almost time, so he went to wake Xiaobao up. On the way, the photographer suddenly spoke. Mr. Lin, actually we have prepared a task for each of your fathers this morning. You can only have breakfast after the task is completed. Subtitles, everything came too suddenly. Then the Fast Forward 2.0 cooking version was played, which took 15 minutes in total. Lin Feng said as he walked, how about, let's do this morning. The photographer said helplessly, okay. Lin Feng told Xiaobao to get up, get dressed, Dad will go boil some water. After washing up, Lin Feng tied a ponytail for Xiaobao and put a small red flower on her head. Lin Feng, today we have to start doing our winter vacation homework. Xiaobao's expression froze visibly on his face. Oh. This expression is so real, it's just like me at work. I've taken a screenshot and made an emoticon package, ha ha ha. As a poor student, it's too difficult for Xiaobao to do his homework. Lin Feng kept his word and took out Xiaobao's winter vacation homework book from the suitcase, and then went back to do his homework. Zimi and his son had already gotten up, and they saw Lin Feng busy in the kitchen when they smelled the smell. He hurried over to help. Lin Feng said, I made a lot today, should I call them up to eat together? Zimi had no objection, after all, without Lin Feng, she would have almost starved to death. Although the program team did not intend to starve them to death. Soon, everyone else arrived. Jiao usually drinks milk, toast and eggs in the morning. She doesn't like to drink porridge in the morning, and she pouts and refuses to eat. No matter what her father says, she is not happy, and she won't eat anyway. It is normal for children to lose their temper, they are not good at controlling their emotions. Seeing this, Lin Feng stood up and prepared to cook. Zhang Yuxi's father was embarrassed to trouble Lin Feng, and turned his head to Zhang Yuxi to say something harsh. "That's all today, if you don't eat it, you will be hungry." Zhang Yuxi's tears fell. "I want to call my mother." While they were talking over there, Zhang Yuxi and several other children had finished eating. Lin Feng glanced at the time. "Do your homework for half an hour," Zhang Yuxi said, and silently took out his homework book. Zimi and Zingayan came over curiously to see. Children are educated early now. Many children have already learned most of the content in the first grade when they are 4 or 5 years old. So, Zimi and Zingayan can do the homework that Zhang Yuxi writes. Li Kexin came over and asked, "Do you have any winter vacation homework?" Zhang Yuxi hummed and asked casually, "Don't you have any?" Li Kexin replied, "I got 100 points in both exams, and the teacher said I don't have to do homework." Zhang Yuxi. The barrage was all saying, "Li Kexin, little boy, if you continue like this, no girl will like you in the future." Chapter 660 Educational Experience. Thanks to Urbeo, everyone knows that Zhang Yuxi is a poor student. She also accepts that her grades are not good, but when Li Kexin said double 100, her little face was stunned for a moment. In the later program, the words were directly struck by thunder and lightning, magnifying Zhang Yuxi's expression at that time. Zhang Yuxi said, "That's good, I didn't do well in the exam, and I have a lot of homework." After that, he took out his homework to do. Zimi and Zingayan both like Zhang Yuxi, and they surrounded him like two big protectors. Li Kexin went to find Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi is also in the first grade, and asked her, "Do you have winter vacation homework?" Zhang Yuxi shook her head, "No." But she turned around and said, "I have painting homework, dance homework, Go homework." Anyway, she has a lot of homework for all-round development. Zhang Yuxi made a lot of small movements when doing homework, either sharpening pencils or playing with erasers. My daughter is exactly like Zhang Yuxi. No matter how I teach her, she won't change. I'm worried. This may be the difference between the academic masters in the family. Except for me, everyone in the family is in a prestigious university. Alice. In her, I see the shadow of my brother. He finishes his homework very late. Isn't this me who slacks off at work? Zhang Yuxi is doing math homework. Apart from being careless, the questions are not difficult. Lin Feng turned his head and reminded his slacking daughter, "Zhang Yuxi, do your homework seriously." The father, who was protecting the children on both sides, called the children over. "Zimi, come here and don't disturb your sister from doing homework. Zingayan, come to your dad and let your sister do her homework quietly." Now the issue of children's education is the top priority. Zhang Yuxi and Li Kexin went out to play, and the fathers talked about their children's education. Lin Feng has always believed that being a person is more important than doing things. The four treasures are talented, so he has never worried about their studies. When it comes to Zhang Yuxi, he can compare with his brothers and sisters in terms of learning, and Lin Feng doesn't want to put pressure on Zhang Yuxi. If pressure is given, under the aura of academic masters of his older brothers and sisters, Zhang Yuxi's pressure can be imagined. In Raymond Lam's view, grades can only show the degree of children's knowledge absorption, not everything. Zhang Yuxi's father pays great attention to education and cultivates his daughter in all aspects. She is only in the first grade, and her schedule is full. She only has half a day of rest on weekends. The reason why he came to participate in the program is that he needs to promote himself. Another reason is that he also wants to take the opportunity to get closer to his daughter. Zimi's father is more relaxed. He hopes that his children will be what they should be when they are young. He can give his children a good childhood, and every time he recalls it, he is happy. Lucky's father is a businessman and usually takes care of his daughter. Because his wife is an actress and her career is booming, she has no time to take care of the family. Compared with his daughter's education, his biggest wish is to accompany her. Li Kexin's father's education method is similar to Zhang Yuxi's, both of which are all-round development. He proudly said that Zhu Kexin can speak 3 languages and is very self-disciplined and good at taking care of yourself. They know that Raymond Lam is very successful in education, so they want to discuss experience here. I really don't have much experience in children's studies. It all depends on the children themselves. So, he simply talked about the growth of the 4 treasures. While chatting, Zhang Yuxi came over and said, "Dad, I finished writing." Lin Feng took her notebook and looked at it. At this time, the camera zoomed in. The handwriting is a bit ugly, Xiaobao. Oh, it doesn't look like a girl's handwriting at all. After checking, Lin Feng praised Xiaobao. Not bad, your handwriting has improved a lot compared to before, keep working hard next time. Xiaobao smiled and packed up to play. At this time, the program team released a message. Let the children find an old lady who has a task card in her hand. After getting the task card, the fathers can continue the task. And the fathers, just wait. The program team told the children, there is a small red flag in the old lady's house. If you find it, you will find the old lady's home. The children walked together. Lucky Dad is a foreigner. When the little cutie chats with everyone, he will unconsciously speak some foreign words. Except for Zimi, Jiao and Li Keixin can only understand a little. Xiaobao can talk directly with Xingayan, and the two of them chatted back and forth. Zimi didn't understand, so Xiaobao translated for her. Jiao picked flowers while walking. What else can you do besides this? When this little girl spoke, she had an unaccustomed arrogance and a coquettish tone. Xiaobao led Zimi and Xingayan to the front. She was very caring for the young left and right guards. I know a lot. H language, D language, Y language, Italian, so many. Xiaobao held Xingayan's hand and said in a foreign language, be careful, this stair is very high. The subtitle group thoughtfully provided a translation later. Jiao's eyes widened, and she asked doubtfully, you're kidding? No one can know so many. Xiaobao was surprised. My dad, my mom, my brother and sister know a lot. Li Keixin asked curiously, what else can they know? E language, Spanish, our language, anyway, a lot. Li Keixin praised Xiaobao, you are amazing. They are amazing too. Xiaobao looked accustomed to it, it's okay. Jiao picked flowers along the way, and Li Keixin played with her closely, urging her. We have to do the task quickly. Jiao didn't care much, the old lady can't run away, don't worry. At this time, the scene switched to the old lady leaving the old house. Xiaobao took the two little ones and searched everywhere, and soon left Jiao and Li Keixin behind. Zimi asked, Sister Xiaobao, there are so many houses, how can we find it? Xiaobao looked around. The house with a camera should be the old lady's house. The two children thought, that's right. Driven by Xiaobao, Zimi and Xingayan were very serious about completing the tasks of the program team. Paired with Jiao, the two children immediately stood out. In the end, Li Keixin had no choice but to go find it by himself. Xiaobao was lucky and met an old lady on the road. Xiaobao tilted his head, turned his eyes, and went up to greet the old lady sweetly. Grandma, do you have a task card for us? The old lady was very surprised. Little kid, how did you know? Xiaobao smiled, I guessed. The old lady took out a task card from her pocket, take it. The three children all knew how to read and found that the contents on the task card were different. Within the specified time, find the 3 hidden patterns in the village. P.S. After finding them, go to the dam to find the village chief to receive the reward. The three children saw it and hurriedly held hands to find their parents. The three children took the lower road, and Li Keixin took the upper road. Knowing that the three had already received the task card, they immediately became anxious and hurried to find a house. Jiao, on the other hand, started catching butterflies again. This time, it can be seen that she really had a lot of fun. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 661 Taking Xiaobao to go fishing. Lin Feng was chatting with the fathers, mostly about their children. By the way, he confessed his love to the mother of the child in front of the camera. Soon, Xiaobao came over with Xingayan and Zimi and handed the task cards to their fathers. Only Li Keixin and Jiao were left waiting and betting in front of the camera. Let's see whose child will arrive first. Lin Feng has the blessing of the system and has the ability to remember everything he has seen. Searching the memory in his mind, Lin Feng took Xiaobao and spent 10 minutes to find the 3 icons of the task. Then he went to the village to receive the reward, food. Because Lin Feng was the first to arrive, the reward for the first place was very generous. The thoughtful program team also arranged a small kitchen for Lin Feng. Compared with eating a big pot meal, the program team knew that the biggest attraction was the embarrassment of each parent taking care of their children. With Lin Feng cooking for them, what else is there to watch? Therefore, the program team specifically emphasized that it was impossible to make a big pot meal. Lin Feng took the ingredients and Xiaobao to the thatched house to make lunch. The kitchen was built temporarily, with nothing but a honeycomb coal stove. Xiaobao had never seen this thing before, so he squatted aside and asked curiously, "Dad, what is this?" "A stove. Dad is going to light the stove to cook. Go to your room and do your homework." Seeing that Xiaobao was still interested in the stove, Lin Feng said again, "Go and do your homework. Dad will take you to the pond to fish after dinner." Xiaobao was immediately excited when he heard it. Great. He went to the thatched house to do his homework. Lin Feng had never used the stove, but isn't it the same as lighting a stove? It's just more troublesome, and you have to wait for the fire to burn before you can cook. After spending some effort to light the fire, Lin Feng filled a pot of hot water and sat it on the stove to warm it. He washed the vegetables in the bucket and went back to the house to cut the vegetables. Lin Feng didn't ask about Xiaobao's homework on the surface, but he went in and out but observed Xiaobao's progress in doing his homework calmly. Many netizens said that this scene was real. In Lin Feng, I see the shadow of my parents. Lin Feng reminded Xiaobao from time to time, do your homework well, don't play. The charcoal fire was burning, and the rice was steamed, and then the dishes were cooked. With two people's appetite, the rice was steamed very quickly. When Lin Feng was done here, the other side was ready. Lin Feng put the pot next to him and started cooking. Sauce-fried pork is what Xiaobao likes. The meat should be fried, and it is best to be slightly burnt. The ingredients given by the host are already here. Lin Feng made garlic sprouts and pork. He fried some hand-shredded cabbage and cooked another light dish. Xiaobao, don't do your homework, wash your hands and eat. Lin Feng also poured hot water for Xiaobao. After she washed her hands, Lin Feng started to eat. The thatched house was small, so there was only one table and chair. Xiaobao sat, Lin Feng stood, and the father and daughter finished their dinner warmly. On the other side, several families that were in sharp contrast to them were still doing tasks, not to mention eating. Fortunately, as a businessman outside the circle, the father mostly took care of his daughter. Cooking was also okay. Zimi squatted beside her father, looking eagerly, and asked sensibly from time to time, "Dad, do you need help?" "Dad can, wait a moment." On the other side, Li Kexin's father had cooked before, and this time he was very skilled. Jiaojiao's father finally got the task card and is still doing the task. "Dad, I'm so hungry, when can I eat?" "Dad, why are you so slow? Jiaojiao is starving. Can you hurry up?" "Dad, how long will it take?" Jiaojiao's father was originally a little impatient because of the task, and now his daughter's chattering questions made him angry. "Jiaojiao, Dad is already working hard. You know? If it weren't for you playing around, we might have gotten the task card by now. In the future, can you please focus on the task first?" Jiaojiao pursed her lips and was about to cry. Anyway, in the end, Jiaojiao stood there crying, and her father did the task by himself. In the end, the father and daughter reconciled and cooked together. It was already past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. At this time, Xiaobao started to prepare for a nap. Then the screen switched to personal interview. Jiaojiao's father talked about his temper. He believed that it was necessary to lose temper appropriately to let the child know that he had done something wrong. However, netizens expressed their opinions on his behavior. The child is still young. He is only 7 years old. What does he know? Don't be too strict. Haha, the child is young? Look at Xiaobao, Zimi and Zingyan. Which one of them didn't complete the task seriously? If you say the child is young, then spoil the child. He is 7 years old and should be sensible. The child is certainly wrong. As an adult, you should control your temper. It is a wrong choice to vent your anger on the child. With such a bad temper, it's no wonder that the director's movies and TV series are not popular. Haha. I think it is necessary to lose your temper with children occasionally. For example, my child is too naughty. Only when he realizes that you are really angry will he behave. Jiaojiao is a very annoying child. She is pretentious and self-righteous. She will definitely not be liked when she grows up. It's just watching a variety show. Don't take it too seriously. It's too much to attack the child. I think Xiaobao taught very well. He is polite to the elders, takes care of the younger ones, and does things very seriously. In a later interview, Xiaobao said that the old lady always looks at them. I think it should be arranged by the program crew. How smart. To be honest, Xiaobao's handwriting is really not good looking. Dot. After the nap, Lin Feng took Xiaobao to go fishing. He made a fishing hook with a needle, a bamboo pole as a fishing rod, and a piece of wool as a fishing line. He tied a small stone on the wool and made a float with feathers picked up from the roadside. After working for a long time, the fish tank for fishing was made. Xiaobao looked at Lin Feng with admiration. Wow, that is so awesome. Can we go fishing now? Lin Feng looked left and right. Not yet. Xiaobao, do you know where our home is? Yes. Go and bring the stool to Dad. Okay. Okay, I'll go now. Slow down, be careful on the road. It's okay, the photographer is here, Xiaobao won't get lost. After saying that, she ran away. Xiaobao ran so fast, she is really a girl like the wind. The clothes for participating in the show were all chosen by Xiaobao herself. Little girls are the same, they like to dress themselves up beautifully. It was Lin Feng who reminded her to bring the dirt-resistant sports shoes and sportswear. Look, there's mud all around the shoes, and the hem of the pants is also dirty. In short, among the children, Xiaobao's clothes were the dirtiest. After Xiaobao left, Lin Feng went to the corner of the pond to look for earthworms. The weather was cold, so earthworms were hard to find. Based on his childhood experience, Lin Feng looked for a semi-humid corner with small holes on the ground. After a deep digging, he really dug out a few earthworms. Chapter 662 Give the Pig a Bath. When Xiaobao came over with a small stool, Lin Feng had already started fishing. Don't be fooled by Xiaobao's wide and chubby appearance, like a little fat boy. He can run with the wind, holding a small stool and running over here. Dad, I'm here. Lin Feng reminded her to run slowly. Come, this is the fishing rod for you, let's fish together. Xiaobao sat on the small stool, Lin Feng stood, and the father and daughter fished quietly together. He was tall and slender, with a noble temperament, handsome and steady in a black shirt, pleasing to the eye. Wow, he's so handsome, I can do it. I've decided, Mr. Lin will be my new husband in the future. I feel impulsive just looking at him. Father of 5 children, why does he look so young and handsome? How did he do it? What national dad? Just call him national husband. There are many fish in the pond, and the success rate of fishing is still very high. Look, it was Xiaobao who caught the fish first. When the fishing rod moved, he shouted excitedly, Dad, there are fish, there are fish. Lin Feng signaled her to pull the fishing rod. Xiaobao stood up and pulled the fishing rod excitedly. Lin Feng came to help. He made a small fishing rod for Xiaobao, but he didn't expect that he would catch a fish before him. Ah, there really is a fish. A small fish that was only the size of Xiaobao's palm. The father and daughter were very happy. Soon, the second fish, then the third fish. Lin Feng didn't catch any fish. On the contrary, Xiaobao was so lucky. Not to mention Lin Feng's surprise, even the audience was surprised. Are you kidding? The program team did it deliberately? I think it shouldn't be necessary. Xiaobao and his daughter are not bad for traffic. At this time, Zimmy's father and son and Lucky's father and daughter came over. They were surprised to see that Xiaobao had a lot of catches. Lin Feng handed the fishing rod to them, took care of Xiaobao, and went to make fish soup. As a child grows up, Lin Feng is very concerned about Xiaobao's diet. Scrape the fish scales, remove the internal organs, fry the fish, pour boiling water. The movements are beautiful, smooth and skillful, and you can tell at a glance that he has done it a lot at home. A lot of fish soup was boiled, and it took less than 5 minutes to cook, and the fish soup turned milky white. When Lin Feng returned to the house, he picked up some green onions on the roadside. He had to stay here for 3 days, and this was only the second day. He didn't know what the task was tonight. Lin Feng cooked the fish soup and asked Xiaobao to bring Zimi and Xingyan to drink the fish soup together. Each child had a small bowl and sprinkled some chopped green onions on it. He left a portion for Li Kexin and Jiao. The 3 fathers sat together, and Lin Feng listened to them talk about the hard work of cooking today. Glancing at Lin Feng's small honeycomb coal stove, his complaints suddenly stopped. Compared with them, Lin Feng is pitiful. Okay. Is the program crew not a human being? With this figure, they only give him a small stove. Lin Feng glanced at the time. It was time for him to cook at this time, so he turned around and asked the photographer, "How do I get the ingredients for dinner?" The photographer was indifferent. Lin Feng got up and said he wanted to go for a walk and take Xiao Bao for a stroll. They thought it was okay, so they just went for a stroll. Xiao Bao's father and Li Kexin's father brought their children to drink fish soup and happened to meet them. Lin Feng greeted them and said that the fish soup was warming on the small stove. Be careful not to burn your mouth when you drink it, the porcelain bowl is hot. The fathers thanked them, but Lin Feng just smiled. He said he was going for a stroll, but he was actually going to prepare the ingredients. Let's go swimming again in the place where we did the task before. The two fathers who followed him looked at each other, hesitated, and continued. Lin Feng had foresight and took a basket from the program team when he left, which came in handy now. Then, Lin Feng found the old lady who arranged the task for the program team. He took out 300 yuan and bought a chicken. 300 yuan is more than enough to buy a native chicken. The old lady took the money and carefully checked the authenticity. After confirming it, she smiled and said, "You can choose one for yourself." The chicken coop was cleaned up, and more than a dozen chickens were clucking. Zimmy's father and Lucky's father were stunned by Lin Feng's operation. Oh, can variety shows be played like this? Lin Feng put down the basket, climbed over it handsomely, and entered the chicken cooperative. The chickens immediately fluttered and clucked excitedly. Lin Feng raised his sleeves and swept his eyes, aiming at a fat, unaware gluttonous hen in the corner. He walked over and waved away the chickens that surrounded him from both sides. When the gluttonous hen realized something was wrong, it was too late. Lin Feng quickly grabbed her wings. Cluck, 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 cluck. Lin Feng picked up the dry vines in the yard and bundled them with the chicken's wings. The chicken stopped fluttering and became quiet. At this time, the director who heard the news hurriedly sent the host over to issue the task. If the task failed, all the things in the hands of several people would be confiscated. If the task succeeded, the program team would not care about these things. There are 5 task cards in total, and the children must complete them with their parents to complete the task. This time the tasks are all related to animals. Herding sheep, driving ducks home, etc. Xiao Bao drew the task of bathing the pigs. Bath, pigs? If it wasn't decided by drawing a task card, people would have to wonder if the program group had arranged this for Raymond Lam on purpose. Xiao Bao, who didn't know the truth, was quite happy. Raymond Lam curled his lips and took his daughter's hand to house. It was only a month before the Chinese New Year, and the pigs at this time were not as cute as Xiao Bao had imagined. When she arrived at the pig pen, there was only a big fat pig, and Xiao Bao's face turned pale, as if she had been tricked into taking a photo. The pig pen and the pigs had been cleaned by the staff, and they were not dirty or smelly, they were just pretending. Even so, Raymond Lam worked very seriously. Xiao Bao helped on the side and listened to Raymond Lam talk about his childhood. When my father was a child, he used to cut grass for pigs and cook pig food for pigs in his hometown. Xiao Bao tilted his head. Do pigs still eat grass? Lin Feng picked up the water pipe to wash the pig bin and said with a smile, "Yes, there are many kinds of grass that pigs can eat in the countryside. After returning, cut it and mix it with pig feed to feed the pigs. Do you know sweet potatoes?" Xiao Bao nodded, "Yes." Lin Feng turned down the water volume and poured it on the pigs. The pigs were very docile and did not make any noise, just humming and humming. There were too many sweet potatoes to eat, so we washed the bad ones, cut them into pieces, and cooked them with pig feed. At that time, your great-grandfather fed several pigs and had to cook 2 large pots a night. Winter is okay, but summer is uncomfortable, stuffy and hot, so uncomfortable. These words of Lin Feng were not only listened to by Xiao Bao, but also by the audience. At the same time, it also awakened people with the same experience. So Lin Feng used to feed pigs, and the experience is similar, but he is a little short of money. When I was a kid, I had to stay up until 2 or 3 in the middle of the night to cook pig food, and I would start cooking after dinner. I was so carefree at that time, and I miss it every time I think about it. For some people, success is inevitable. People like Mr. Lin will succeed no matter what they do in the future. Mr. Lin taught Xiao Bao very well, unlike Xiao Jiao who is so troublesome. In this episode, Xiao Jiao's troubles are a highlight. She only cares about playing when doing tasks, and gets angry when she is the last one. Because her father doesn't know how to use the stove, she throws a tantrum. They are also spoiled and have a good family. Lin Feng's assets are more than all of them combined. Zhang Yuxi is the only one who makes money among the children. He is also the richest among them. But he doesn't have the pampered pampering of Zhang Yuxi, nor does he do better than Li Keixin. The first episode of the show was broadcast and gained a large number of fans. After completing the task with Raymond Lam, Zhang Yuxi happily went to play with his good friend Zimi. Raymond Lam went home to cook. Some viewers commented that other people were thinking about how to get food. Mr. Lam was always thinking about how to eat well. Chapter 663 Zhang Yuxi is a real tiger. This variety show is to let dads who rarely take care of their children spend a few days with their children. Watch the parent-child interaction and the funny and embarrassing things that dads do when taking care of their children. At the same time, it also hopes to let busy dads experience the difficulties of mothers. Of course, Raymond Lam is an exception. From childhood to adulthood, he is the one who has spent the longest time with the children. Due to the explosive ratings in the first season, the dads and cute babies contributed a lot of jokes. And this season, they found Raymond Lam. As the most popular father-daughter combination, they drew a thatched house, gave a small coal stove, and bathed the pigs. As a novice father, he will definitely create a lot of highlights for the show. I never expected that I would meet Raymond Lam, a father who can do anything. There is a highlight, after all. Such a low-key rich man doing this kind of thing is one of the highlights. As a result, because he is too capable, the other dads are trash. Unlike the first season, the level of the dads is about the same, and they can't be much better. But Raymond Lam is too good. It helps to look at other fathers. They are really incompetent at everything. Compared with the low-key rich, they are too hypocritical. Zimi's father and Lucky's father are okay. One returns to the family, can do a lot of housework, and is very satisfied with taking care of the children. Lucky's father is an outsider, and he takes care of his daughter most of the time. Unlike Zhang Yuxi's father, he is not at home all year round, and he even cried in a personal interview. It's not easy to shoot a drama, and it's hard to be a director. Zhang Yuxi is alone at home, and my wife usually takes care of her. She is very unfamiliar with me. I want to take this opportunity to make up for Zhang Yuxi. The answer of Li Keixin's father is similar. He is away from home all year round, and his wife takes care of his son's education and daily chores. In comparison, the two of them are too different. Raymond Lam completed the task and went home to stew chicken. Zhang Yuxi came to Zimi's side. Their task was to release the sheep at the designated location for half an hour. The 3 sheep went their own way, and Zimi and his son were very busy. Zhang Yuxi also found a bamboo pole to help, making sure the sheep couldn't run into other people's fields. Zimi's father asked, "Have you pigs finished bathing?" Zhang Yuxi nodded, "Yes, Dad is going home to cook dinner now." Zimi looked at the time, it was about 5 o'clock, and there were still 20 minutes. On the hillside, the sound of Lucky's father herding ducks came, and Lucky could vaguely hear the ducks call. Their task was to drive the ducks back to the duck house. More than 10 ducks were a bit difficult at first, but it was much easier with the help of the owner. In fact, these ducks have long been familiar with the way home by themselves, but because the father and daughter are strangers, they are not very obedient. Lucky's father shouted on the hillside, "We are going back, come on." Zimi's father responded, "Okay, we are almost there." Looking at the time, Zimi's father smiled and said, "Okay, let's take the lamb home." The lambs are temperamental and very uncooperative, so it is very difficult to drive them. Zhang Yuxi looked left and right along the way and found a hemp rope in a dry land. Just when everyone was puzzled, Zhang Yuxi, who was so fierce, walked directly to the leading lamb. He coaxed it and tied it. Then, he led the leading lamb forward. The lamb did not cooperate at first, so Zhang Yuxi pulled a handful of grass by the roadside and said, "Come and eat." The lamb seemed to understand what Zhang Yuxi said, and was teased to eat while walking. Zimi stared at the side with eyes wide open, admiring, "Sister Zhang Yuxi is so awesome." Zimi's father also kept praising Zhang Yuxi for being awesome. Zhang Yuxi said with a little surprise, "This is very simple, nothing amazing." She did not have good grades, but under the guidance of her brothers and sisters, she had a wide range of knowledge in other aspects. She was only in the first grade and had read a lot of books. This kind of thing was really nothing amazing for Xiaobao. The task of driving the lamb home was successfully completed, and Xiaobao went home to eat. As for other fathers, some just started to do their tasks, or had a hard time cooking. Lin Feng's dinner was already served, and it looked delicious. Dad stewed a whole chicken today, and there is still a lot left in the pot. You can give it to the other children later, okay? Xiaobao nodded obediently, okay. After the father and daughter finished their meal, they took the chicken soup to give to each child. When seeing other Bao's fathers encounter difficulties, Lin Feng would lend a helping hand. Chapter 664 Family Reunion. After the variety show was broadcast, unsurprisingly, Raymond Lam and Xiaobao became popular again. Now in the circle, Xiaobao is the most popular, and Raymond Lam is even more popular than her. Let everyone see that an unattainable rich man can also be as kind and approachable as an ordinary father. After the platform was broadcast and became popular, it was naturally invited by many program groups. The cost is very considerable. But Raymond Lam refused them one by one because it was the new year. Xiaobao's winter vacation homework was finally completed a week before the new year. This time, Lin Ji's family will return to Michang for the new year, and Lin Feng's family will also go back. Sanbao will also take a vacation during the new year. A week before the new year, Raymond Lam took Zhang Yuxi and Xiaobao back to Michang first. Bao is busy at this time, with too much work on hand, and he has to be busy until the 28th of the 12th lunar month. Bao's company is on the right track, starting from making videos and learning app. Now the SP signed with Raymond Lam cooperates in game development. The first game similar to Candy Crush was officially launched 2 months ago. The response is good, and it stands out among the many Candy Crush games. They had a wonderful idea and made adult and children's versions. Especially the children's version, while playing games, they can also learn knowledge, which is the most important thing. The back-end data feedback shows that children play a lot. Therefore, before the new year, the new game in hand was ready to be released on the second day of the Chinese New Year. In addition to the app, Bao's design business is also very busy. Before every festival, a large number of orders from home and abroad will be received. Orders are secondary. The new spring products will be released after the new year, and the 20 new products are the top priority. Bao and Sanbao agreed to go back on the 28th of the 12th lunar month. Bao joined the National Scientific Research Team and has several R&D projects on hand. In the past, I could still see him and make video calls. Now, I rarely see him. When others are resting, he is online, and when others are online, he's resting. In addition to the special nature of his work, Bao does not often bring his mobile phone, and he can only be seen online in the middle of the night. This time during the Chinese New Year, he will also postpone going home, just to go through the motions. It is estimated that he will return to work after 1 day. The most idle is Sibao, who took a holiday early and went out with a few good friends before going home. In recent years, Lin Dashan and his wife are still in good health. Lin Dan has been suffering from various illnesses, and he has been taking medicine all the time. He has become so thin that he is almost unrecognizable. The two brothers have a very good relationship now. They sit together every day to drink tea and occasionally play cards. Sometimes they go to the park to watch people play chess together. Influenced by them, they grow vegetables when they go to the tea house to drink tea. Before, all the houses in their hometown were requisitioned, and there was no land. Later, the second aunt heard from a friend that there was a barren mountain that some people reclaimed when they had nothing to do. They reclaimed as much land as they needed, and they spent their time farming when they had nothing to do. The older you get, the more nostalgic you become. Joe Killen once said, when Lin Feng and Lin Ji get married and start a family, the old couple will go back to the countryside to farm. The land is gone, and this opportunity cannot be missed. It was at the beginning of this spring. Lin Dashan and his wife, as well as Lin Dan and his wife, drove to reclaim the land. The area was not too large, as long as they could grow crops. After the land was reclaimed, they would go to the fields all day long, and they would drive several times a day. The fuel cost was more expensive than the vegetables they bought, so the couple decided to buy an electric tricycle. They could go back and forth 2 or 3 times a day, which was just enough. When Lin Dan learned about it, he also followed suit and bought an electric tricycle. He went to the fields to do farm work at dawn in the morning and came back when the sun came out at noon. After a nap, he went up again at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, worked around 9, and came back to eat and sleep. Lin Feng was thinner before, but he took care of his body during the farming period and gained some weight. Women are more meticulous than men, and their enthusiasm for farming is higher than men. So, when the two brothers Lin Feng were drinking tea and playing cards, they would go to farm when they had nothing to do. Now, most of their entertainment activities are to grow their own 1/3 acre of land. They would send some to the children, because they always feel safer and more assured when eating what they grow. Now, Lin Feng and his family are back. Most of the vegetables in the refrigerator are grown by their parents. They look different from those sold in the market, and each has its own unique ugliness. We just started planting, and the harvest this year is not good. Your second aunt and I still have a lot of skills to learn. Next year, when the yield is high, we will bring some back to Yangcheng. Zhang Yuxi said with a smile, Mom, growing vegetables is very tiring. You, Dad, and the second uncle should pay more attention to your health. Zhou Qilin advised her not to worry, we know this. At an old age, Lin Dashan and his wife still care about their health and don't want to get any serious illness to cause trouble to their children. Although their sons are now successful, and even their grandchildren are promising. Even if they get a serious illness, money is not a problem. But as parents, it is normal not to want to cause trouble to their children. Someone comes to clean Lin Feng's villa every week, and Zhou Qilin is always in charge. As soon as they returned to Micheng, Sibao took Xiaobao, Zheng Anmin and Su Kiki's daughter out to play. The adults were left to buy New Year's goods. Cleaning the house, buying new clothes, and melon seeds and candies are also necessary. By the way, I also have to go to the bank to withdraw money. On the night of the 28th day of the 12th lunar month, Sanbao just arrived home. Dabao and Erbao drove back together. When Zhang Yuxi learned that the children were driving back, she looked serious. Didn't I tell you to buy tickets earlier? It's almost the new year, and many cars are coming back from other places. What if something happens on the road? Zhang Yuxi rarely gets angry, but when she gets angry, the children are afraid of her. Dabao's ticket was bought a long time ago, but Erbao and Sanbao booked their tickets a few days later. The sisters thought that it was okay to arrive one day later, so they simply went back with Dabao on the 29th day of the 12th lunar month. Who knew that Dabao bought a ticket for the day before in order to go back earlier? In the end, Dabao simply refunded the ticket, and the three of them drove home together. It was past 9 when they got home. Zhang Yuxi had a gloomy face and educated the three children, and they promised that they would never drive long-distance cars in the future. You are all adults, do you still need to guarantee this? You are not children. Dabao and others begged their father to help them out with their eyes, and answered obediently. We rely on self-consciousness. This is the last time, there will be no next time. Lin Feng received the children's gaze and came over to act as a peacemaker. Mom is also worried about you, you should be more considerate of her. Turning his head and smiling at Zhang Yuxi, he said, the children have already realized their mistakes, let them go to rest. They have been driving for such a long time, and they have worked hard. Zhang Yuxi naturally wanted to give face to her husband. The people at home only listened to her husband. Then her face relaxed and she said lightly, okay, you go to rest. Remember what I said today. The three of them said in unison that they knew it. The children had already gone to bed, at least on the surface. In fact, except for Xiaobao, the four treasures did not sleep. The four treasures were playing games and had no idea that the three were scolded by Zhang Yuxi. In the master bedroom, Zhang Yuxi mentioned the driving incident while taking care of her skin. Lin Feng was reading a book by the bed, and he nodded in response. Suddenly, Zhang Yuxi paused, honey, have I been too nagging lately? This self-reflection is not bad. Lin Feng answered very tactfully, it's okay, it's true that I talk more than before. But it's normal, the children are too unreasonable this time. Zhang Yuxi sighed, I'm just worried about them, I just saw a car accident news on my mobile phone tonight. As he spoke, his eyes were full of worry. Lin Feng said he understood, how could a parent not understand? Chapter 665 The group leader is awesome. The next morning, Lin Feng got up early to make breakfast for the children. Zhang Yuxi woke up soon after. It's still early, go back to sleep. Zhang Yuxi shook her head, I can't sleep, can I help you? Lin Feng pointed to the cucumber beside him, peel it. For so many years, Zhang Yuxi's work and rest time has been very regular. With Lin Feng taking care of the family, she doesn't need to worry about anything, and can spend more time on her career. But when she thinks about it, she suddenly realizes that the children have grown up one by one. Recalling the past, Zhang Yuxi felt guilty. For so many years, as a mother, she didn't seem to do anything for them. It has always been Lin Feng who took care of them. So, today, she didn't go back to sleep after waking up. Go to the kitchen to see if she can help, do something for the children. They are also very busy at work. She helped in the kitchen, and when she talked about the children's return, she sighed heavily. What's wrong, wife? Nothing, just a little sentimental. Lin Feng smiled. The children will grow up eventually, get married and have children in the future. Zhang Yuxi smiled. The first one to get up was Dabao, followed by others. Sibao got up the latest. Today is the 29th day of the 12th lunar month. The day's work is to decorate the villa to create a New Year atmosphere. Some put up couplets, some hang up decorations. The division of labor between indoor and outdoor is clear, and it is not until after 6 p.m. that the work is completely done. When it gets dark, the house is all red and festive. On New Year's Eve, Lin Feng called Lin Ji's family of 3 and the 2 elders to come and celebrate New Year's Eve together. The family is reunited. The villa is so lively and busy. Calling relatives and friends to wish them a happy new year, one call after another has not stopped. After the calls, except for Sibao, Dabao and others also have to send emails or phone calls to foreign classmates, teachers and friends to convey the joy of the new year. The busiest one is Bao. Not only does she have to take care of the company, but she also has to take care of the accounts on major platforms. After all, she has to maintain the accounts. At the same time, her personal accounts on major platforms also have to be updated from time to time. Since starting a company, Bao understands the importance of the internet too well. The accounts on several platforms were all operated by the company, so she just had to keep an eye on them. The platform blessing and the 9-square diagram on her personal account were already matched, and they were specially released at 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 8 seconds in the evening, for good meaning. Second sister, the family group is going to start sending red envelopes, come quickly. Sibao shouted, and Bao was startled. Red envelopes? I'm coming, I'm coming. The first to start the red envelope dynamics was the super family group. In addition to Lin Xiaolin, who was still in contact, several relatives from her hometown were also there. What's more, there were people of the same age as Lin Feng, who had played with him when he was a child and when he was in school. Lin Feng had an impression of most of them here, but he was just not familiar with them. There was not much chatting in the group, and they were all hidden. I don't know who started it. A red envelope of 50 yuan, 10 lucky red envelopes were sent out. The Lucky King took over and sent out the next one. The time lasted from 8:30 to 11:30 in the evening, and participants could not break the rules. This group was not very active before, but gradually it started to make a fuss. Lin Feng watched silently and didn't talk much. Tonight, during the red envelope grab, a rare person came out and said, "I'm joining in too." The group was boiling with excitement, and everyone came over to say hello to Raymond Lam. Raymond Lam responded with an emoticon, and Zhang Yuxi was eating melon seeds on the side. "I'm joining in too, husband." In the living room, Lin Ji and his wife, Lin Dashan and his wife, Lin Feng and his wife, and the 4 treasures were all waiting eagerly. Xia Bao and Fenmi went to play other things. The villa is so big, there is no shortage of things to play. Bao thought this was quite fun, and immediately updated the status on various platforms to hold a lucky draw. There are a total of 20 lucky draws on each platform, with a maximum of 80,000 yuan and a minimum participation prize of 8 yuan. At 8:30, the red envelope grabbing began. Someone stood up, "I'll be the first one." The family group of nearly 200 people ran out of red envelopes in seconds. The lucky draw continued, and whoever was the lucky one continued to send out 50 red envelopes. The amount was not large, and it was just for fun, and the important thing was to participate. Everyone was busy sending red envelopes, and there was no time to chat. Occasionally speaking, the screen was swallowed in an instant. Someone in the living room began to wail. "Too fast, it was sold out in seconds, I couldn't grab any." "Me too, no, I need to change my phone." "Sorry everyone, I'm the lucky one." "Stop talking nonsense, lucky one, send it out." "Oh my god, 0.02, my luck is too good." Ha ha ha, be content, I just got 0.01. Lin Feng was very fast, almost the lucky one, leaning against his wife, chatting and grabbing red envelopes. Ah, husband, look, I got 23, isn't it amazing? Awesome. Haha, husband, you got 50 cents, not bad, pretty awesome. On the other side, Urbeo was sending red envelopes in the company group. Lin Feng didn't have to worry about this himself, someone else did it for him. Urbeo had a lot of business and a lot of company groups, grabbing red envelopes and sending them out at the same time. It kept her busy. The group was originally for everyone to wish each other a happy new year, and many of the greetings were copied and pasted. Some were even more perfunctory, just saying ditto or +1. Suddenly, Urbeo's red envelope appeared without any warning. I have seen everyone's hard work and efforts this year. On behalf of the company and myself, I would like to express my gratitude to you. In the new year, we will continue to work together to take our performance to a higher level. After that, the second red envelope followed. Exclamation mark. This time it was gone in a few seconds. Then the third red envelope was gone in 5 seconds. The online quota was used up in several groups, and then continued to send with a small account. Urbeo did not count how many red envelopes he had sent out, and stopped when he felt it was enough. He began to concentrate on grabbing red envelopes in the family group. And the group exploded. Exclamation mark. Since the company was established half a year ago, the impression of Urbeo by his subordinates is that he is generous and capable. Urbeo is still very generous as a boss. First, he is not short of money, and second, his personality makes him so. At present, the main company team has 20 people, and she counts everyone's birthdays. Whoever has a birthday, draw a greeting card to give a birthday gift. The greeting cards include luxury lipsticks, a day off, a birthday red envelope of 200, etc. On holidays, you will get a red envelope of whatever you want. This time, their boss was obviously crazy. Employees posted their moments one after another. This is the first time I have received a red envelope of 50,000 since I joined the company. Thank you, Mr. Tuan. I will definitely work hard for the company next year. As the lucky guy in the company, I got a red envelope of 82,000. Thank you, Mr. Tuan. I really love this company. I strongly recommend my company. This is a red envelope of 20,000 that the company got. It cannot be compared with the 78,000 that my colleagues got. I am already very satisfied. Although the company is small, the red envelopes are big enough. The finance lady counted everyone's red envelopes and gave out 1.5 million. Mr. Tuan is awesome. Is there anyone else coming to our company? Mr. Tuan gave out lucky red envelopes. This is mine. This is counted by the cute finance lady. Take a look. Chapter 666. Mom will keep it for you. For a while, the comments were full of sour people. Beg me, is the company still hiring? Cleaners are fine too. This is equivalent to my annual salary, I'm jealous. Well, I'm so happy to have grabbed a 500 yuan red envelope. What company? I'll pack up and apply tomorrow. The red envelope is not important. The main thing is that the boss is generous. I just grabbed the 25 yuan red envelope, and it's not so attractive now. Does the company still need anyone? What kind of magical company is this? The money hasn't been deposited into my card, I don't believe it. The picture is definitely photoshopped, absolutely. I can't help it, I burst into tears. In the middle of the conversation, Sanbeo saw Urbeo looking at his phone and asked casually, "Second sister, is it the advertising window that keeps ringing?" This time, Urbeo was the lucky one. While sending red envelopes, he said, "Oh, I sent some red envelopes in the company's group. Haha, I'm the lucky one again." When Sanbeo heard this, he thought about the 50,000 yuan year-end bonus he had given everyone during the Chinese New Year. Well, then we can also send out red envelopes to make it festive. Due to work needs, Urbeo and Sanbeo both have 2 mobile phones. Now they are grabbing red envelopes while sending them out. Sanbeo asked casually, "Second sister, how much money did you send out?" Urbeo, "I don't remember, 1 million is a certain amount." Sanbeo. Urbeo glanced at her, "This is one group, I don't know about the other groups." Sanbeo. "Second sister, you are too rich." Urbeo smiled, "There are many people in my company, and I am usually generous. Just send more than 100,000 yuan from your side. If you want to make money, You have to be willing to spend money on your employees. In this way, people will work hard for you, and the return rate is beyond imagination. Now Sanbao has also opened his own studio. Although there are not many people, you have to show some appreciation. Sanbao thought about it, and there were 4 people in the group, so each person should transfer 50,000 yuan. A red envelope of 200 yuan, I don't know when it will be sent out. This time, Lin Dashan and his wife were also very happy to grab the red envelopes. In addition, the atmosphere was set off, and the family was together, and the old couple were so happy. Even though Lin Feng was in a good mood, it was time for Xiaobao and Mi Fan to go to bed, so he put down his phone and took the 2 little babies to take a bath. The 2 children were very energetic and didn't want to go to bed until 11:30. At this time, the sound of firecrackers and fireworks outside rang out one after another, dazzling in the night. Xiaobao and Mi Fan lay on the window, looking at the fireworks in the sky, and they were more energetic. It's the new year, so let's indulge them this time. In the living room, they were affected by it and the time to grab red envelopes was over. The red envelopes of 50 yuan, in the end, they didn't grab much money, just for fun. Xiaobao, Mi Fan, Grandpa and Grandma called you down. The phone upstairs rang, so Lin Feng took the 2 little guys downstairs. It was probably to give out red envelopes. Sure enough, Lin Dashan and his wife took the red envelopes they had prepared in advance and handed them to Xiaobao and Mi Fan with a loving face. The red envelopes were big and thick inside. The 2 children took them with a smile and said auspicious words happily. Thank you, Grandpa and Grandma, I wish you a happy spring festival. In the new year, I wish you good health and peace. The 2 old people smiled from ear to ear, hugged each other, and missed them very much. You too, Grandpa and Grandma, hope that you are healthy, study hard, and listen to your parents, understand? The children nodded. Xiaobao was the most polite, hugging Zhou Qilin and kissing her. I will be obedient and study hard. Zhou Qilin looked doting, this child. Lin Ji waved at Xiaobao and said mysteriously, Xiaobao, come here. Xiaobao's eyes lit up and he hurried over. Are you going to give me a red envelope? Xiaobao used to like money very much. You can say that he was greedy for money, and liked it more than Erbao. Later, he became an actor and had the film pay, but Xiaobao still liked money. She likes money, but she is not stingy. When Xiaobao took out a red envelope from her bag with a smile. This is for Xiaobao, and this is for Mi Fan. Xiaobao took it and quickly said a long string of auspicious words. Everyone laughed. Lin Ji even said, you are a little rich woman now, and you still love money so much? Xiaobao had no concept of money, after all, she was only in the 1st grade, and she was not good at math. But she asked her father. Her father said that she was a little rich woman, the kind who had no worries about food and clothing. Xiaobao said as a matter of course, what is the difference between having money and liking money? Lin Ji was stunned by the question. Yes, our Xiaobao is getting more and more eloquent now. Mi Fan took the red envelope, looked at her parents, and said obediently, thank you, Mom and Dad, for the red envelope. Lin Feng and the 4 treasures also prepared red envelopes and gave them to the 2 children. Okay, go to bed. Lin Feng glanced at the time, it's already 20:30, go to bed. Mi Fan was already sleepy, and spread his arms for his mother to hug him. Xiaobao went upstairs and went to bed by himself. After receiving so many red envelopes, she had to go back to her room to count how much money there was. When Xiaobao looked at her son with a smile, son, give these New Year's money to Mom first, Mom will keep it for you. As soon as this was said, someone burst out laughing. Needless to say, it must be Erbao. Erbao was holding back his laughter, the joke was right next to him. Mi Fan obediently handed the red envelope to his mother and fell asleep unknowingly. At the same time, Lin Dashan and his wife gave red envelopes to the 4 treasures as usual. The 4 treasures waved their hands and said no, even Raymond Lam and Zhang Yuxi refused. Mom, they are all working and adults, so we don't need red envelopes. That's right, you keep the money. Lin Dashan smiled, it's just a token of our appreciation. We are both quite old and don't know how many years we can live. You are not short of money, we are just giving you red envelopes for the holidays. Zhou Qilin asked them to accept it. In my eyes, no matter how old you are still children. I feel so sorry to accept our red envelopes, just get married soon, we have long wanted to have great-grandchildren. Lin Dashan perked up when he heard it. Yes, we are still strong now. We will definitely be able to hold on until you get married and have children. In the end, the four treasures still accepted the red envelopes. After they went to college, they said they didn't want red envelopes, but their grandparents gave them every year. Lin Ji did the same. Dabao quickly said, "Don't use this New Year's money, take it back and use it for rice." Lin Ji knew they would refuse, so he got up and carried his son to the room. "If you don't want it, tell Xiaoya." When Xiaoya has a good relationship with the four treasures, such as Dabao and Sibao in Beijing. Whenever the family cooks something delicious, they can't spare the time to eat it. When Xiaoya will drive to deliver it one by one. Once, she was stuck in traffic for a whole hour when delivering black chicken soup. Feelings are connected, and one can feel how others treat oneself. They can joke with Lin Ji, and they still respect Xiaoya. Xiaoya smiled and said, "Just keep it. You don't have to give it to your children after you get married. Give it to your children." The four treasures refused. Xiaoya stuffed the red envelope directly and pretended to be angry. "There's not much money in it, just a little thought." Lin Dashan and his wife followed and said, "Keep it, it's a good omen for the family." Lin Feng also said, "Just keep it if you're given it." The four treasures took it and thanked them one by one. When Xiaoya smiled, "I hope you can achieve something in your respective areas of expertise. At the same time, I also hope that in the new year, you will be healthy and successful in your career." Chapter 667 New Husband. After that, when Xiaoya stood up and said to everyone, "Mom and Dad, big brother and sister-in-law, I'm going back to the room. You guys should go to bed early too." Jo Killen quickly asked her daughter-in-law to go to bed. "Go to bed quickly, otherwise you'll have a headache if you stay up late." After Miffin left the confinement period, she has been with her. Although her stepmother and Lin Ji helped, she was the main one taking care of the child. She was worried every day, fearing that such a young child would be in trouble. Miffin is now in early childhood education, so she can also spare time to check her head. Since taking care of Miffin, if she doesn't sleep well at night or sleeps too late, she will have a headache. Go to the hospital for an MRI, and the examination is fine. So now, Lin Ji is the one who takes care of the child at night. Miffin can kick the quilt more than 10 or 20 times a night, and he must get up to pee after 4 in the middle of the night. If you don't wake him up, he won't know he got up, and he will pee directly in bed. In addition, when he encounters growing pains, Miffin sleeps even more unsteadily in the middle of the night. Lin Ji knew it was not easy, so he treated his wife better and asked Lin Feng for advice from time to time. He had no idea how his eldest brother raised the 4 children. He was so awesome. When Xiaoya went upstairs to sleep, and there were only 4 people left in the living room. "You guys go to sleep." Jo Killen got up. "We have to go to sleep too." Lin Dashan called his wife. "Well, didn't you say we would have a dinner party tomorrow at noon?" Jo Killen slapped her head. "Look at my memory. I would have forgotten if you hadn't said it. Isn't Dabao on the plane on the second night of the Chinese New Year? Erbao and Sanbao will also leave on the 3rd day of the Chinese New Year, so we discussed that we will have a reunion dinner together tomorrow at noon. The children have grown up and have their own things to do, and we can't delay their business." After listening, Lin Feng asked, "Have you booked the hotel?" Jo Killen smiled and said, "You don't have to worry about these. Your father and I have already booked the hotel and will take you there tomorrow at noon." From the tone of her voice, it seems that everyone who should be notified has been notified. "Okay, you and Dad can arrange these things." In the evening, Lin Feng read a book, and Zhang Yuxi wore glasses to read the news on her mobile phone. It was almost time, so the couple turned off the lights and rested. Early in the morning, Xiaoya and Miffin woke up, had breakfast, and went out to play with Jo Killen and Wen Xiaoya. The 4 treasures also went out after breakfast and gathered at the restaurant at noon. Zhang Yuxi didn't want to move, and Lin Feng didn't want to go out either, so he simply stayed at home to wash dishes and accompany her. Lin Feng asked her, "Wife, when will you retire?" Zhang Yuxi said while reading a magazine, "In a few years. My dad called just now, and we will go back to Shanghai for the New Year next year." Lin Feng smiled. "Okay." He asked again, "How are Mom and Dad's health?" Zhang Yuxi said with a slightly sad face, "They are still strong, but they are old, and some old illnesses from their youth have shown up. My mother told me that before, when she felt uncomfortable, she would be fine after taking some medicine. It doesn't work now. It takes several days for the infusion and injection to work. Lin Feng nodded to show his understanding. He and Zhang Yuxi are not young either. The couple saw that it was about time, so they changed their clothes and went to the restaurant. Zhang Yuxi came out wearing a light green coat. "Honey, what do you think?" Lin Feng raised his eyebrows. "It's okay, it matches your skin color very well. But this dress looks a little familiar, I must have worn it before." Zhang Yuxi looked nostalgic. "This is the one I bought after giving birth to my 4 children. It's been more than 20 years, but I don't think it's outdated." Lin Feng praised his wife. "It shows that you have good taste, and it still looks beautiful now." This surprised Zhang Yuxi. She felt happy to be praised by her husband. "Do you think it looks good?" Lin Feng smiled. "It looks good. It makes me look young, beautiful and elegant." Zhang Yuxi smiled and went into the cloakroom. She used to like plain and elegant clothes, but now, for some reason, she likes bright and colorful ones. After dressing up carefully, she has aged slower than the people she knows around her in recent years. This is all thanks to the medicine her husband found. Lin Feng had already packed up and was waiting for her outside the door. As soon as Zhang Yuxi came out, he couldn't help but praise her. "Wife, you are so beautiful." Zhang Yuxi looked at her husband. "Wife, you are becoming more and more charming." Lin Feng hugged her and smiled. "Let's go, it's getting late." It was Chinese New Year, and they were at a restaurant again. So, they were stuck in traffic. Finally they arrived at the restaurant, and the dishes were all served, waiting for the two of them to start eating. Usually, Lin Feng would handle such social events. Zhang Yuxi sat down at Zhou Qilin's beckoning. Lin Feng smiled as he walked. "Everyone, hurry up and eat. Sorry for being late. Now I will punish myself with 3 glasses of wine." After saying that, he poured 3 glasses of wine to express his apology. As soon as Zhang Yuxi sat down, Wen Xiaoya's eyes lit up. "Wow, sister-in-law, your coat is so beautiful, you look so good in it." Zhang Yuxi explained, "I bought this before. It was not long after I gave birth to my 4th child. I bought it when I opened a store in Yangcheng." Hearing Wen Xiaoya praising her beauty, Zhang Yuxi was so happy. Wen Xiaoya said again, "Sister-in-law, don't wear too plain clothes. Wear more eye-catching colors to make you look beautiful. This color suits you very well. It's full of vitality and beautiful." Then she looked at Zhang Yuxi's face with envy. "Sister-in-law, how do you maintain your appearance? I haven't seen any signs of aging in all these years. Look at me. I have wrinkles around my eyes and forehead now." Zhang Yuxi came over to take a look. "That's right. Don't you know the skincare products I use?" When Xiaoya sighed and stopped talking about this heartbreaking topic. The food in the restaurant was actually just that. Zhang Yuxi ate while listening to Xiaoya's chat. In the past, she heard all the gossip about the family from Lin Feng. Lin Feng learned about it from Zhou Qilin, so Zhang Yuxi knew some of the gossip. Now, Zhou Qilin doesn't mention it to Lin Feng. Instead, she mentions it to Xiaoya. After all, her son is so old, and she can't always talk about those trivial things. Look, Xiaoya knows a lot of gossip. Xiaoya knew most of the people here, which surprised Zhang Yuxi. Did you see the one wearing a white down jacket? She had a blind date with a rich second son, whose family runs a furniture factory. The slightly bald one is Xiaolin's new husband. After Lin Xiaolin divorced Feng Yuang, she never remarried and lived her own life with her daughter. After Lin Dahu passed away, her third aunt and Lin Rui both helped her. After Lin Xiaolin's daughter went to college, she moved out of town with her daughter. Later, she borrowed some money from her mother and brother to make a down payment on a 2-bedroom, 1 living room, 120 square meter house. She opened a clothing store, doing both online and offline business, and occasionally live streaming. Her daughter was about to graduate from college, and life was getting better. Zhang Yuxi knew all this, but she didn't know that Lin Xiaolin had a boyfriend. The man looked honest and decent. Xiaoya said he was an elementary school teacher who had been teaching for more than 10 years. His wife died, his son also went to work, and now he lives alone. Zhang Yuxi looked over and saw that the seat next to the man was empty, and a young man was sitting on the other side. While talking to Xiaoya, someone came in and sat down. Who else could it be but Lin Xiaolin? Lin Xiaolin is a little older than Lin Feng, and one can guess her age at a glance. She wore a red down jacket, had her hair tied up, and put on a little lipstick. She looked into Zhang Yuxi's eyes and nodded with a smile, as if everything was over and she had grown up. It was New Year's Day, But the dinner was still very lively. The young people like Sibeo sat at the same table. There were Yu Zhang's son, Lin Rui's 2 sons, Lin Jiajin's 2 sons, and Xia Abeo. Because the brothers were close, their generation was also close and had a very good relationship. Xia Abeo was their group pet and received gifts from his brothers. In sharp contrast were several peers who were not familiar relatives, such as Lin Xiaolin's daughter Lin Wenwen. Wenwen looked a bit like Lin Xiaolin, quiet and gentle, and people were fond of her. They had almost finished eating, so everyone said they would play together. Upstairs was a tea house where people played cards, playing to help digestion. Zhang Yuxi took this opportunity to whisper in Lin Feng's ear, "Honey, I'll prepare some red envelopes for Sister Xiaolin's daughter later, what do you think?" Lin Feng had no objection, "You can make your own decision." Some went upstairs to play cards, while others continued to chat. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 668 Wedding Gift. Lin Xiaolin came with her boyfriend and daughter and greeted Zhang Yuxi and Xiaoya. "This is Zhang Kai, and this is my daughter Wenwen." It can be seen that Lin Xiaolin has really matured and stable, and at the same time she is happy. The man greeted the two with a little restrained, looking honest. Wenwen was a little shy, her mouth was very sweet, and her eyes were sparkling as she looked at Zhang Yuxi. She had seen Zhang Yuxi when she was a child. In her impression, Zhang Yuxi was beautiful but difficult to get close to and difficult to get along with. After so many years, she seems to have not changed at all, so magical. It is true that rich people use such good skincare products. Miffin saw that Zhang Yuxi had something to say to Xiaolin's family, and left on the pretext of "I'll go see how Miffin is doing, is he naughty again?" Finding a place to sit down, Zhang Yuxi and Lin Xiaolin chatted about family matters. After a few words, Zhang Kai said he was going to the bathroom, and he was also a sensible person. Zhang Yuxi took out a red envelope from her bag, which contained 10,000 yuan. During the Chinese New Year, she would always put some red envelopes of varying amounts in her pocket in case of emergency. Looking back, the red envelopes she gave to Wenwen could probably be counted on one hand. Now that the child has grown up, she needs to give more. So, Zhang Yuxi changed the red envelope and gave 20,000 yuan. Lin Xiaolin and her daughter refused to accept it. "This is a little gift from me to the child. We haven't seen each other for so many years. Just take it." Zhang Yuxi's tone was full of habitual command. She is now the president of a well-known university. Seeing that Wenwen did not accept it, Zhang Yuxi emphasized again. "Just take it if I tell you to. It's not much." Wenwen looked at her mother and accepted the red envelope after getting permission. "Thank you, Auntie. Oh my god, this red envelope is so thick. There must be a lot of money in it." Zhang Yuxi was also concerned about her child's studies and future plans. Lin Wenwen is now looking for a job everywhere and plans to continue her studies. What she does depends on what job she gets. Zhang Yuxi didn't say anything else and let her look for it slowly. If you encounter any difficulties, call them. They will definitely help you if they can. Last night, I heard that Erbeo and Sanbeo were both looking for people, so Zhang Yuxi would not be so stupid as to let Wenwen go to their place without her daughter's permission. After chatting for a while, Zhang Yuxi smiled and said, "You can also go upstairs to play. We are all young people, and we can definitely have fun together." Lin Xiaolin gave her daughter a look. "Go upstairs to play." Lin Wenwen stood up. "Mom, Auntie, then I'll go upstairs." As soon as the child left, Zhang Yuxi asked a private question. "What does that Zhang Kai do?" "He's an elementary school teacher. The house we rented at first was his. He's a nice guy. We've been together for a long time, so we decided to be together." "Are you serious this time?" "Well, I'm not young anymore, and he treats me very well, so let's just leave it at that." "I heard he has a child and is he working?" "Yes, in the same city, he has a girlfriend and is getting married." "How is your relationship?" "It's okay. His child moved out after college, and the father-son relationship is pretty good." Lin Xiaolin added, "He has 2 houses, one for his son and one for himself. The implication is that after marriage, there will be no financial disputes with the man's son?" Zhang Yuxi didn't have the habit of interfering in other people's affairs, so she said, "Then call me when you get married." Lin Xiaolin hesitated. We may not do it here. This time, Lin Xiaolin brought him back to Michang to meet everyone, just to get acquainted, and then set up a few tables for the wedding banquet after the wedding. Zhang Yuxi said again, then I wish you happiness. Lin Xiaolin smiled slightly. Thank you. This was from the heart. Looking at the glamorous woman in front of her, Lin Xiaolin now has no jealousy as a woman, and her mentality is very calm. Zhang Yuxi went upstairs, and Lin Xiaolin sat in the rest area in a trance. Does she love Zhang Kai? Haha, a woman of her age is qualified to talk about love? It's ridiculous. It's already very good to find a man who doesn't despise herself and loves herself to live together. Zhang Yuxi took out a jewelry box from her bag, and inside was a ruby ring. This was what she found in the jewelry box. She originally wanted to wear it. Later, she found that it didn't match her green, so she put it aside and took a sapphire. This is for you as your wedding gift. Lin Xiaolin shook her head. I can't accept this. Zhang Yuxi's tone was a little heavier. Just keep it if I ask you to. I can go over and give you another gift later. After that, Zhang Yuxi smiled and got up and left. She gave Wang Lu, Sister Yan, Sun Ro, and Su Kiki a lot of jewelry. Men need to move around, and women also need to move around to keep in touch with each other. Looking back, they had a good relationship with Lin Xiaolin. Unfortunately, after a while, Zhang Kai came over. Have you finished talking? Yes. Are you talking about me? What else? Hey. Look at your silly look. What's wrong with me being silly? You still want to follow me? I'm blind. Haha, what's that on your hand? Yuxi gave us a wedding gift. Let me see. Hey. Zhang Kai knew at a glance that the ring was worth a lot of money, and he was immediately speechless. Well, it's pretty. Lin Xiaolin smiled, put it away and decided to leave it to her daughter to wear in the future. After a while, Wenwen called to ask where they were and whether they wanted to go back. She really wanted to work hard to integrate into the circle of the four treasures, but she really couldn't. Except for being able to talk to Lin Rui's two sons, she was embarrassed to get close to a legendary figure like Dabao. Too good-looking, too powerful aura. Any one of the four treasures would be a celebrity in their school. She wanted to go home. Lin Xiaolin replied, Is your grandmother upstairs? Your Uncle Zhang and I will go up to say hello before we leave. It was very lively upstairs. Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng could count cards, and no one wanted to play with them. There was no choice but to play with their own children. They were all academic masters, and they could also count cards. After playing a few games, the couple felt that it was boring and there was no challenge at all. Zhou Qilin, the third aunt, the second aunt and other people of the same age sat together, eating melon seeds and chatting. They talked about all kinds of gossip, and also involved the children's love. Zhou Qilin ate melon seeds and said, I'm not in a hurry for my grandchildren's marriage. They are so outstanding that they won't have trouble finding a partner. In a word, the topic could not be continued. They talked about the children's education again. It's not easy to educate children nowadays. In my son's residential complex, a little kid jumped from the 25th floor because his parents were too strict. Oh my God. His parents must be heartbroken and regretful. That's right. It's not easy to raise a child nowadays. You spend money this way and that way, and he's gone in an instant. Tell me, why are children so fragile nowadays? In the past, children didn't have as many things to do as they do now. Today is different from the past. Children nowadays are under a lot of pressure. The little girl upstairs from us is only in the 2nd grade, and she has all kinds of tutoring classes and she doesn't have a day off. Children nowadays have a hard time, and the competition is fierce. Being a parent is not easy either. That's right. But then again, the most important thing is that children are healthy. Do you remember the old lady Wang upstairs from us? I remember. You always mentioned her to me, saying that your grandson went to an aristocratic school and it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars a semester. That's the one. The child is only 5 years old, and she works harder than adults at work. Not long ago, I had a checkup for some disease. Oh, I realized that good health is the most important thing. After all, good health is the most important thing. Don't push your child if his or her grades are not good. Sometimes it will backfire. Some children just need to be pushed. Some are not good at studying. No matter how much you push them, it won't work. Chapter 669, One phone call solved. Zhou Qilin listened to what others said, nodding from time to time and agreeing with a few words. Seeing Lin Xiaolin and Zhang Kai coming over, she winked at her third aunt. Your daughter is here. After her husband Lin Dao who died, Lin Rui wanted to take her home to live with them so that she could take care of her more easily. She finally disagreed, not wanting to disturb the lives of her son, daughter-in-law and her family. She was a nagging person and had many bad habits. Wouldn't it cause trouble if she moved in? So, she lived in the old house for many years. It was not bad and quite quiet. When Lin Xiaolin came back this time, she told her that she would stay with her for a while after the Chinese New Year. In the end, he missed his daughter, so he decided to go over and see her. It happened that he had some money on hand, so he secretly gave some to his daughter. The third aunt waved, and Lin Xiaolin came over and said she wanted to go back. What are you going to do? Let's have dinner together tonight. Yes, I'll send Dabao off by the way. Lin Xiaolin shook her head, no need, I'm very busy there. Zhou Qilin smiled slightly, it doesn't matter if you're busy for 1 or 2 days. It's rare that everyone is here this time, so stay a few more days. The third aunt was reluctant to let her daughter go, and kept trying to persuade her, yes, let's sit together. The second aunt came over and heard it. What's the matter? Xiaolin wants to go back. Why go back? Wait until the 5th or 6th day of the new year, and give yourself a holiday for the new year. If the new year is not lively for a few days, then when should we wait? Others were also persuading her, and Lin Xiaolin turned her head to look at Zhang Kai. Zhang Kai smiled honestly, don't look at me, make your own decision, I won't be on holiday until mid-February, it's still early. Afterwards, Lin Xiaolin didn't say anything else and agreed to stay for a few more days. The third aunt looked over and saw that Wenwen seemed a little out of place in the circle of her peers, and she couldn't help but feel distressed. While Zhang Kai was called to play cards, the mother and daughter went to the bathroom to talk in private. How is Wenwen's job search going? Still looking, no suitable one. Do you want me to ask Dabao and the others for help? No need to trouble them. How can this be called trouble? It's just a family helping each other. See if there is a suitable one. If there is no suitable one, forget it. Lin Xiaolin didn't say anything. There were some things she couldn't say. The third aunt said again, that family runs a company in a state-owned unit. It's much better than what you are looking for. Besides, one is in Beijing and the other is in Guangzhou, which is much better than your 5th-tier city. In the future, she will have a stable job, find a boyfriend, and settle down. Wenwen's life will be better. They are all mothers, and they are all planning for their children. Their hearts are the same. How could Lin Xiaolin not want her daughter to live a good life? She was persuaded. Then I will talk to Zhang Yuxi about this matter. The third aunt was happy, but she was worried that her daughter would not be able to save face and speak. Okay, you go and ask them. Or you can ask Lin Feng and the 4 treasures. Lin Xiaolin hesitated for a moment, I'll ask Wenwen what she thinks. What if they agree but Wenwen doesn't agree? The third aunt thought it made sense, okay, then go and ask. Lin Xiaolin called her daughter and told her about it. Wenwen had no objection, okay, go out of town if you want to. I have been facing many setbacks in finding a job recently because the competition is too fierce. It would be great if I could find a job through connections. Lin Xiaolin smiled. Her daughter was more sensible than she thought, then I'll go and ask them. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi were bored playing cards, so they started playing games under the guidance of the 4 treasures. Zhang Yuxi was not good at this and was killed as soon as she landed. After a few times, the game experience was 0, you guys play, I'll play Candy Crush. This is fun and doesn't require much brain power. After playing a few games, Lin Feng couldn't help but sigh that when he was young, he was also a master at playing games. Until he became a dad. I'm going to the bathroom. After returning, Lin Feng was stopped by Lin Xiaolin. What's up, Sister Xiaolin? Lin Xiaolin was a little embarrassed. Well, are you busy now? I have something to tell you. Lin Feng found a place to sit down. I'm not busy, tell me, what is it? Lin Xiaolin got straight to the point. It's like this, Wenwen is about to graduate from college and is looking for a job everywhere, you see. The topic was just a little bit, and Lin Feng understood. What major did Wenwen study? Software. I see, I'll leave this to Dabao. She runs a company and has a wide network of contacts. Okay, thank you. You're so polite, you're welcome. After Dabao came down, Erbao came up and won the world as the queen. Then, she was kicked off the table. You are heartless and ungrateful. Sibao held the cards. Yes, you just know it. Erbao, you can't afford it. Sanbao smiled, a little bit. Erbao hummed, and she didn't say anything more after returning with a full load. Okay, then you guys play slowly. Seeing Lin Feng gave her a look, he came over. Dad, what's the matter? Your sister Wenwen is looking for a job. Do you see if there is a suitable one for her? Lin Feng said again, it doesn't have to be in your company. This matter is up to you. Erbao nodded, I understand. Erbao went to find Wenwen. The two are not much different, but their aura and temperament are a world apart. Erbao wore a light yellow coat, pencil pants and boots, beautiful and capable. Even when Erbao smiled, he looked difficult to approach, mainly because his aura was too strong. Wenwen couldn't help but think of those interview supervisors. Erbao sat down and asked about her major, and asked if she wanted to develop locally or in a first-tier city. I want to develop in a first-tier city. Okay, leave the work to me. I'll call now and talk to you later. Thank you, sister. Don't be so polite. You, don't be too restrained. Let's play together. Okay. There was a faint smell of high-end perfume at the tip of her nose, which was different from the pungent and cheap ones. It smelled really good. Wenwen thought to herself, with admiration in her eyes. Sibao and the others were out of her reach. She couldn't compare them, and there was no way to compare them. Erbao had a wide network of contacts, and it was solved with just one phone call. The interview has been arranged over there. It's not a big problem. Don't worry. Wenwen was very grateful to Erbao when she heard that it was a big company. Erbao smiled lightly, you're too polite. Work hard. After that, he went to play with Xiaobao and Miffin. The capable spirit just now turned into a silly one in an instant. I guess it's only in front of his family that he reveals his true nature. Xiaobao has the best relationship with Miffin. When the adults play cards, they play games, and the sister takes the younger brother, and fools around in all kinds of ways. Rice is cute and has 200% trust in Xiaobao. He believes in Xiaobao no matter how he is fooled. He makes Erbao beside him very happy. It's as if he saw himself in the past, making Xiaobao run around. Oh, my little fool, your sister Xiaobao is teasing you. Erbao couldn't hold it anymore and kept giggling. Dabao's flight was at 7:30 p.m. In addition to the family seeing him off, Lin Dashan and his wife also came to see him off. According to them, it's one less time to see him now. At their age, they don't know that they will suddenly die one day, and they don't want to leave any regrets. What wishes do they have so far? They just hope to see the four treasures get married and they can hold their great-grandchildren. It was a festive and lively scene outside. Zhang Yuxi watched her son board the plane and felt very uncomfortable. She reminded him loudly, take care of yourself. Dabao waved his hand to show that he understood. On the way back, Zhang Yuxi was inevitably in a low mood. Dabao was also very busy at university, and he was not as busy as he is now. He passed away before the first day of the Chinese New Year was over. Lin Feng comforted his wife, when we go to Beijing to visit Dabao and his family, it will be the same. Chapter 670, see you less. In the evening, everyone still ate together. Lin Jiajin suggested that everyone go sing and wash feet, and men and women play their own games. No one agreed at first, but Lin Jiajin called Lin Rui and persuaded Yu Zheng, and finally Lin Feng agreed. Sister Yan half-jokingly said, drink less alcohol and don't play those things. You are already old, and your health is important. In recent years, Lin Feng has heard Zhou Qilin say that Lin Rui has started to have a philandering heart in recent years. Some time ago, Sister Yan caught him having dinner with a young girl. The girl was in her 20s, young and beautiful, and said that she had just been in college for a short time. Sister Yan was so angry that she wanted to break up at the time and cried in the room for a long time. If it were in the past, Sister Yan would definitely divorce without saying a word. But now the children are grown up, and life at home is better. She has been married to Lin Rui for more than 20 years. When it comes to divorce, she is not as bold as when she was young, and she hesitates. When you get older, you want to muddle through. The incident ended with Lin Rui swearing to apologize, and it didn't get too serious. Lin Rui's two sons knew about it and had a good talk with their father, and the matter was over. Your brother Rui asked us not to tell you, so just pretend you don't know about it. Sister Yan's words were obviously full of meaning. Lin Rui promised, "We'll just go out to drink, sing, and live the life that belongs to us boys." Sister Yan didn't believe him. In fact, except for Lin Feng, she didn't believe that anyone else wouldn't go out to have fun. She smiled and said to Lin Feng, "Keep a close eye on your brother Rui, have fun, don't mess around." Lin Feng picked up the black coat. "Sister Yan, don't worry, I won't let brother Rui play around, I'll watch him." With Lin Feng's words, Sister Yan felt relieved that they could go out to play. Yu Zheng, Lin Feng, Lin Jiajun, and Lin Rui, the four of them finally decided to go and see. "My shoulder hurts so much recently, and it's even worse on rainy days." "This is your old problem, right?" "My leg is also." Lin Jiajun used to work on a construction site and had injured his leg, but he didn't feel it before. But later, as he got older, these physical problems gradually appeared. Only Lin Rui knew about these places, so he found a store. "There's a VIP card here, if you don't use it, it will expire." The three of them went to take a shower to relieve the fatigue of the day. Then they lay together and chatted. "Yu Zheng, does your son have a girlfriend?" "He has one. The two are dating." They thought I didn't know, but in fact, his mother and I knew it a long time ago. Lin Jiajun has 2 children, the eldest is 1 or 2 years older than the other 4. "My son has also been dating a girlfriend recently. She is pretty. She is in self-media." "I don't know what self-media does." "The girl's father passed away a year ago and now lives with her mother. We had a meal together and met the parents." Why did Lin Jiajun's words sound weird? Yu Zheng asked, "What's wrong? Are you not satisfied with your future daughter-in-law?" Lin Jiajun snorted coldly, "Of course I'm not satisfied. This girl is good at smoking and drinking." Yu Zheng laughed. "Wasn't Wang Lu like this before? Young people nowadays like to have fun, and you shouldn't be like an old antique." Lin Rui agreed, "That's right, the girl is living with your son, not you, and what matters most is that she likes her." Lin Jiajun was silent for a moment and said, "Forget it, let's just leave it at that." The three of them sat together again to play cards and drink tea. Lin Rui said, "I didn't like tea before, but now I think it's good, more comfortable than wine." Lin Jiajun laughed, "I'm brewing wolfberries now, haha." Lin Rui chuckled, "Oh my god, you're brewing wolfberries in a thermos now." Lin Jiajun glanced at Lin Rui's big belly, "Haha, don't blame me, look at how fat you are now. Eat less delicious food, be careful of the 3 highs." Lin Rui was helpless, "I eat less now, but I'm gaining weight, there's nothing I can do about it." While chatting, Yu Zheng stopped playing cards and fell asleep beside him. The heating is on here, and he drank a lot of wine today, so he is confused now. He didn't play cards anymore, and Lin Jiajun and Lin Rui didn't want to call Lin Feng. He can count cards, so he is bound to lose. Lin Feng laughed, "You are also stingy." Lin Rui laughed, "This is not stinginess, this is self-awareness, who can play cards better than you two?" Lin Jiajun, "The 4 treasures are also good at playing cards, my son lost a lot today, ha ha ha." The 3 chatted, except for Lin Feng, they all felt a little sleepy and planned to take a nap. Lin Feng was fine, after sending a message to Zhang Yuxi, he also prepared to sleep. If it weren't for Sister Yan's call, they didn't know how long they would sleep. Sister Yan asked straight away, "It's been several days now, where have you been?" Lin Rui looked at his phone in a daze, "It's almost 1 in the morning. You know it's almost 1 in the morning? Why haven't you come back yet?" "We've been back from dinner a long time ago." Lin Feng said, "I'll be back soon." "No, come back now." "Why come back now? We haven't packed up yet." "Did you go out to play?" "No, I'm still with Lin Feng and the others." Sister Yan was skeptical, "Is this true? Don't lie to me, let Lin Feng answer the phone." This time Lin Feng woke up too. "Sister Yan, I'm with Brother Rui. And Yu Zheng and Lin Jiajun are all together." "Yes, we fell asleep." We have to go back." "We'll go back after we pack up." Okay, you go to bed early." She handed the phone to Lin Rui. Lin Rui muttered, "Now you check on your husband as soon as you go out. It's true that men have no dignity at all." Lin Jiajun laughed at him, "Oh my god, you've become a good-for-nothing. Just go back and take a shower. At our age, we can't afford to stay up late." Yu Zheng stood up, "I want to go back." "Do they have a designated driver?" "Yes." They each found a designated driver to drive home. After Lin Feng got in the car, he called Sister Yan. Sister Yan, we are home now, and Brother Rui is also back. Although Brother Rui and Sister Yan have already completed the divorce procedures, they still live together. Even so, Sister Yan is still worried that Brother Rui is messing around outside. This kind of thing has happened many times before. She said she didn't care, but as a woman, how could she not care? Sister Yan has always been worried. The only comfort is that the child has grown up. Lin Feng drove the man home. Sister Yan asked him to sit for a while, but refused. No, I have to go back too. By the way, several people fell asleep, otherwise they would not come back so late. Sister Yan naturally trusts Raymond Lam. You've worked hard, so go back. It's the new year, and it's rare for us to get together this time. According to Lin Dashan, they will probably see each other less and less in the future. There are 4 brothers and sisters. The eldest aunt is gone, Lin Dahu is gone, and only the 2 brothers Lin Dashan and Lin Dan are left. The 2 people sitting together are most emotional about their eldest sister, Yu Zhang's mother, and Raymond Lam's aunt. They left early and enjoyed happiness late. They suffered a lifetime and finally tasted the sweetness. It's a pity. When people get old, they always can't help but think back to when they were young and what it was like. If life can be repeated again, this is already the best choice. Chapter 671. Are you unrequited love? The couple didn't need to take care of Zaya Abeo. The little girl was loved by everyone, and she played everywhere with her 4 brothers and sisters, as well as her cousins. Lin Feng and his friends played cards, chatted, reminisced, and planned for the future. Lin Rui leaned back on the sofa. When the 2 children have their own families and careers, my husband and I will travel around and enjoy the mountains and rivers. Anyone want to join us? Yu Zhang smiled. You pay for us to follow you. Lin Rui was shocked. You are all rich people, but you despise a poor man like me? Do you think my money is worth it? Yu Zhang smiled. You pay for the round-trip expenses, and we pay for the rest. Lin Jiajin was eating melon seeds while speaking clearly. You are our big brother, why don't you take us to play? This made Lin Rui laugh to death. Then take me with you when you play, I am your big brother. Lin Jiajin smiled. What are you thinking? That's impossible. Lin Xiaolin and Zhang Kai seemed a little out of place. Zhang Kai was better, after all, he was not familiar with them, and Lin Xiaolin had a close relationship with him. She hid her embarrassment and watched videos on her phone. Occasionally, she would answer a few words when people mentioned her. In the past, she was the most active person here. Times have changed, and she is no longer the same as she used to be. It was almost time to eat together. She called the children and told them that they were eating outside. Now the only elderly people in the family were Lin Dashan and his wife and Lin Dan and his wife. They also liked to join in the fun and play behind the young people. This way, she felt closer to the children and made her feel younger. Where are you going to play tonight? Lin Jiajin asked. Wang Lu laughed at him. You only know how to play. How old are you? Lin Jiajin pouted. It's the new year. Isn't the new year for fun? Otherwise. Well, Wang Lu was speechless. It was almost time to eat, and the children went together. Among the group of people in Wulala, Sibeo was holding a child in his arms. Who else could this child be but Zaya Abeo? As long as they were there, her feet were just decorations, the same treatment as rice. They had gone to the playground to play after dinner, and went to the internet cafe to play together in the evening, so they had to bring Zaya Abeo and rice over. After that, they left. Miffin was going to play, looking at them eagerly. When Zaya comforted her son, brother and sister have something to do. Look, sister Zaya Abeo is still here. Miffin was quiet when she saw Zaya Abeo. Zaya Abeo whispered in his mother's ear, they are not going to do business, they are going to the internet cafe to play games. Humph. Zaya Abeo was very angry because her brother and sister didn't take her with them. How excessive. Zhang Yuxi also whispered, because they will play for a long time, and may stay up all night, you are too young to understand. Zaya Abeo was just unhappy that his brother and sister didn't take him to play, and pouted his mouth in a bad mood. Zhang Yuxi suddenly thought of something. Have you finished your homework? Zaya Abeo blinked. I have finished it. The homework for the first grade is very simple, but Zaya Abeo is not very good at it, so Lin Feng is the one who helps him with his homework. Zhang Yuxi has not retired yet, and there are many things waiting for her to do at school. I don't know if it's because his mother is a teacher, but Zaya Abeo is still afraid of his mother asking about his studies. Several people ate until 9 or 10 o'clock before going home one after another. Lin Xiaolin's family lives in the old house in Lindashan. Third aunt also lives here. She is not in good health and likes to go to bed early. She only plays with everyone during the day. On the way back, Wenwen said that her Bao had arranged a job for her in a good company in Beijing. The basic salary is 5,000 yuan, and the total salary for full attendance and other benefits is 7,000 yuan. There will also be bonuses during the Chinese New Year, which is very good. Linji, Dabao, and Sabao are all developing in Beijing, and they have established certain relationships over the years. It is still possible to find a good job. Wenwen said, it takes a month of internship, and you can become a regular employee after the internship. In a small city like this, the salary of a clothing store or a lobby manager is only more than 5,000 yuan. Wenwen said again, after becoming a regular employee, the basic salary is 6,500 yuan, and you can earn 110,000 or 120,000 yuan a year. Hearing this, Lin Xiaolin and her husband expressed their satisfaction. Wenwen had just graduated from college and found a few jobs locally. The basic salary is 2,500 yuan, and the full attendance only adds up to about 3,500 yuan. There are even fewer basic salaries of 2,000 yuan. At the end of the year, let alone saving money, you can only ensure that you don't starve to death. In big cities, there are many opportunities and good treatment. The couple both agree that Wenwen should go there to try her luck. But Wenwen is not confident and worried that she will not be able to do this job. Mom, what if I can't get a permanent job? Lin Xiaolin smiled, forget it if I can't get a permanent job. Don't put pressure on yourself. Take one step at a time. Besides, work experience is accumulated. Don't worry, I will be there in the future. Wenwen's childhood was incomplete. Lin Xiaolin's unhappy marriage made her feel the love of her father in her childhood. Later, Lin Xiaolin remarried, which made her more cautious and unconfident. Lin Xiaolin knew all this, but now that her daughter has grown up, Zhang Kai can't care too much and just do his own job. The relationship between the two is slightly better than that of friends. After listening to her mother's words, Wenwen finally felt much better and felt that she could give it a try. This opportunity was hard-won, and she didn't want to give it up. Now that living conditions are better, the two brothers Lindashan can be said to be truly enjoying their old age. They don't have to worry about their children, but they have to worry about their grandchildren getting married. But they have also come to terms with it. Children and grandchildren have their own blessings, and they can't urge such things. Times have changed. Lin Feng's peers have business dealings with each other and have a good relationship with each other. In addition, their children are about to start a family, so they all want to live a retired life. It was only a few days after the New Year. First, Dabao returned to Guok, and then Lin Ji, who had a lot of work waiting for him. After discussing it, Wen Xiao wanted to go back with her husband. Look, the whole family left at once. Sibao was originally going to leave almost after the New Year, but seeing that Wen Xiao was holding a child and Lin Ji had a lot of things to take, he followed to take care of him. Now, there was one more person, and the New Year atmosphere instantly faded. Xiaobao and Miffin, the two little guys, were reluctant to leave, especially Miffin, who cried loudly. Sister, sister, please come with me, woo woo. No, I want to be with my sister, I want to be with my sister. I want to play with my sister, woo woo. Miffin is the child who is most attached to Xiaobao. He always likes to follow behind and calls sister and sister non-stop. Although Xiaobao is reluctant to leave her brother, she also knows that there is nothing she can do about it, and said gently, it's okay, I will come to play with you again when I have a holiday. When Xiaoya also said, yes, sister still has to go to school, you two can play together next time when sister has a holiday, okay. The two coaxed for a long time before Miffin agreed with a sob, and repeatedly reminded Xiaobao. Sister Xiaobao, when you have a holiday, you must come to see me, you must. Xiaobao was already perfunctory at this time. Okay, I'll come to play with you when I don't have to go to school. The rice was better now, and Lin Feng here reminded his son, take care of yourself over there. Sibao smiled, Dad, don't worry, I don't have any skills, but my survival ability is impeccable, and I can eat a lot. Lin Feng sighed, in a blink of an eye, you have grown so tall, you are already an adult, it's time to fall in love. Sibao chuckled, Dad, don't rush this matter, we have to take it slowly. Lin Feng raised his eyebrows, it seems that something is going on. and said with a smile, "Okay. Dad will wait for your good news." Urbeo on the side giggled. As an elder sister, she likes to smile frivolously on weekdays. "Hey, do you want your sister to help you?" Sibeo is usually confused, but this time he is not confused at all, and quickly said, "What help do you need? I don't even know what you are talking about." Urbeo raised his eyebrows. "Hey, unrequited love." Sibeo didn't say anything, but turned to Sanbeo and said, "You have to take good care of yourself." Sanbeo said, "Are you unrequited love?" Sibeo. Urbeo laughed at the side. "Boy, don't say that your sister didn't remind you, just tell me when you need help." Sibeo nodded randomly. I know. Urbeo didn't ask any more questions, because she had a way to know who this girl was. Zhang Yuxi came over. "Hurry up and get on the plane. Sibeo, take care of yourself over there, and bring back a girlfriend for mom at the end of the year, okay?" Zhang Yuxi is now the principal, and he is becoming more and more stylish, and he speaks with an awe-inspiring look. Sibeo nodded. "Okay, Mom, I'll try my best." Chapter 672 Compensation. After giving some instructions, watching them board the plane, Xiaobao breathed a sigh of relief. "What's wrong?" Lin Feng asked, holding his daughter's hand. "I feel like I'm relieved." Xiaobao said like a little adult. "Alice, actually I don't like playing with Mimi. He's too young. I like playing with my brothers, sisters and classmates." This is very strange. Children just like to play with those older than themselves, and they still like it even if they are disliked in various ways. They just don't like to play with the younger ones, and I don't know why. Lin Feng smiled. "Didn't you also like to play with your brothers and sisters when you were a child? Mimi likes you, so he likes to play with you." Urbeo smiled. "When you were a child, you were even more clingy than Mimi, and we didn't like you. But there's nothing we can do. Who made you our sister?" Zhang Yuxi said lightly. "Forget it, each of you is so rare. With you here, your dad and I don't have to take care of the children." Urbeo said coquettishly. "Mom, I was joking with Xiaobao." Zhang Yuxi did not agree to joke in this way, because there were 4 children in the first pregnancy, and the couple tried to be fair. Even though the child is still young, you may think your behavior and words are nothing, but they may have a significant impact on him. Therefore, sometimes you hurt people without knowing it, especially your relatives. "So," Zhang Yuxi said lightly, "don't make such jokes in the future. What if Xiaobao is stubborn and takes it seriously?" Urbeo looked at Xiaobao pouting, and was indeed a little unhappy, so she quickly coaxed her. "Sister said this to tease you, don't take it to heart." Xiaobao looked at her. "I want a toy." "This is taking advantage of the fire." Urbeo smiled and said, "What do you want?" "I don't know if it's because there is too much money and nowhere to spend it." As brothers and sisters, they are very generous with money for Xiaobao. They are afraid that their sister will not use their own money, so they give money to Xiaobao every once in a while. Xiaobao tilted his head and thought for a while. "I haven't thought about it yet, I'll tell you when I think about it." Urbeo hugged her and kissed the top of her head. "Okay, tell me when you think about it." It was already evening when they got home. Xiaobao, who was already in elementary school, still needed his 2 sisters to take care of him and wash. Zhang Yuxi was so angry that her heart ached. Lin Feng told her to just turn a blind eye. "Don't worry about it, you can't do anything about it anyway." Zhang Yuxi slapped her husband. "What are you talking about? The 4 treasures are not arrogant, impatient, or extravagant. Look at what they have spoiled Xiaobao into. Xiaobao really lives in a phoenix nest. She wants the best of everything. At a young age, she has a lot of luxury goods and jewelry. The key is that these are all given to her by her brothers and sisters. Later, they stopped her on the surface, but she still has her nature in private. Zhang Yuxi has no choice. Her husband doesn't care. She is the only one who is anxious and angry." Seeing his wife angry, Lin Feng kept silent and felt helpless. The 4 treasures have made great achievements in their own fields. They are already children that he cannot control, and he can't do anything about it. As the saying goes, a son is no longer under the control of his father. Zhang Yuxi talked for a long time, and when she saw that her husband didn't say anything, she stopped talking, let Dabao, Urbao, and Sanbao move out. Lin Feng was stunned. Why? The children get along well. Besides, how many years can the 4 treasures play with Xiaobao? It's time for them to get married. When they have their own families in the future, they will be busy, and Xiaobao will have a lot of schoolwork. It won't be like now. This is why he turned a blind eye. It feels like this kind of day won't last too long. Zhang Yuxi thought about it inside. Forget it, let it be. Sanbao said before that he wanted to hold a concert. After the Chinese New Year, he decided to be a music creator and set up his own studio. So, he started to get busy after the Chinese New Year. Bao also has her own job. They started working on the 5th day of the Chinese New Year. Bao continued to go to school. As the younger sister of a celebrity, she was the focus of attention. The teachers had high expectations for her at first, thinking that she would also be a top student, but they had a hunch that she was a poor student. But Bao is also a person of character. She is very good at socializing and is a smart and lively child. On this day, Bao brought a very beautiful doll to school. The doll was a limited edition, and the clothes were made for her by Bao. This was her new favorite toy. She took it to school to show her classmates, and then it was broken by a male classmate. Bao got along well with her classmates and beat the little boy so hard that he trembled. The little boy had just transferred to another school. His family was well off. He was fat and liked to make trouble. He was reported to the teacher by many classmates after only 1 week of school because he sat far away from Bao and didn't have much interaction with him. Later, they changed seats and sat in front and behind each other. Bao knocked out the boy's teeth, and his mouth was full of blood. The children were all scared. Bao and the little boy were also scared. The latter was so scared that she took out her phone watch to make a video call to her mother. "Mom, I was beaten, my teeth fell out, and I bled a lot, woo woo woo. Wait for Mom, Mom will be here soon." The teacher came hurriedly, asked about the situation, and said that he was bald, and immediately took the little boy to the infirmary. Bao was so scared that his face turned pale. He called Lin Feng. "Dad, wow, I knocked out my classmate's tooth. There was so much blood." Lin Feng was preparing dinner, and he cried out, and the knife fell directly. "Are you hurt?" Bao shook his head. "No, but he snatched my toy and broke it." Lin Feng untied his apron. "It's okay, Dad will come over now." When the teacher brought the injured boy back, Lin Feng also came, and he also knew what happened. He stood by his daughter in this matter. It was right to hit someone, but the other party was wrong first. The teacher saw Lin Feng coming. "It's just right, the other party's parents will be here soon, you can communicate with them." Lin Feng asked about the little boy's teeth. "Is he okay?" The doctor shook his head. "It's okay, this tooth is being replaced, and it happened to be knocked out by Bao." After waiting for less than 5 minutes, the other party's parents came over and hurriedly checked their precious son. After the teacher explained the situation to her and told her the whole story, the woman pursed her lips. "Even if you broke the toy, you shouldn't hit people, right?" Lin Feng asked. "Then what should we do?" "Woman, just pay for one. It's wrong to hit people. You should apologize to my son and compensate him." Fortunately, the one who hit was the one who was changing teeth. "If it was the new teeth, you just wait for me." Lin Feng asked back. "It's wrong for my daughter to hit people, but is it right for your son to deliberately find fault and break my toys? Let's put it one thing at a time. An apology is fine, and so is compensation. But first your son started the trouble first, so compensate me with my daughter's toy, and then we can talk about apology and compensation." The woman took a look at the toy in Bao's hand. It was a very exquisite, nice doll. "How much is it?" Lin Feng said lightly. 80,000. "I made this set of clothes myself, so it doesn't cost any money." Everyone, including the woman, was stunned. This was too expensive. Chapter 673. How did you find it? The woman was furious. "Are you robbing me?" Lin Feng sneered and showed the woman the barcode inside the doll on the official website. "See for yourself." The woman scanned it with her mobile phone and realized that this doll was indeed not cheap. The price started at 5 figures, and there were more expensive ones. Suddenly, her face became ugly and she started to act like a rogue. "How do I know if it's real or fake?" Lin Feng was so angry that he laughed. "The logos are all here, and you can check it on the official website. Do you suspect that my doll is fake?" The woman was speechless. "I will give you at most 1,000. Lin Feng laughed. "Are you trying to get rid of me? I only got this toy for 2 days and it broke in two. I don't want to compensate you at the original price, but at least I have to give you 20% off." The woman. "The toy is indeed 80,000 yuan. Bao got it from a friend at an internal price. It's not that expensive, but it's not cheap either. The teacher stepped in to mediate appropriately, but the woman didn't say a word because she couldn't afford the compensation. Lin Feng's attitude was very clear. If you want compensation or an apology, you can pay for the toy first, and you will talk about everything later. Finally, the woman apologized with her child, and Xiaobao also apologized. I'm sorry for knocking out your teeth, but if you mess with me next time, I will beat you again. Lin Feng said on the side, yes, next time you mess with us, continue to beat you. As a parent, of course, he doesn't want his children to be bullied. Lin Feng would rather Xiaobao be the bully than be bullied. He believes that if others don't offend me, I won't offend others. If others offend me, I will deal with them. Similarly, he also told the children that if they encounter people who take the initiative to make trouble, don't be afraid, he will support the children. The mother and son plus the teacher were silent for a while when they heard what Lin Feng and Xiaobao said. The first one to speak was the little boy. The little boy said fiercely, if you hit me, I will smash your doll to pieces. Xiaobao is a family, or a child who was spoiled by the family. He was not afraid at all. He raised his chin and said, come on, I'm afraid of you. If you dare to smash it, see how I beat you. The little boy refused to admit defeat, and Xiaobao snorted coldly, full of contempt. As if to say, you little brat, how dare you fight me? Don't you see who I am? Xiaobao said with a quick mind, besides, next time I'll get a more expensive toy, and you'll have to pay for it if it breaks. The little boy's mother heard that this was not okay, their family couldn't afford it. She quickly told her son not to act on impulse, and to talk things over nicely, as they were all classmates and should get along harmoniously. The matter was over, and the little boy left school early to go to the hospital to see a dentist, while Xiaobao went back to the classroom to continue his class. There was still more than an hour before school was over, so Lin Feng simply waited outside the school. There were many chess and card games outside the school, and the people who played cards for entertainment were all grandpas and grandmas. They picked up their grandchildren from school and played here when they had nothing to do. Lin Feng learned his wife's card counting skills very well, and thought that since he had nothing to do, he might as well go and play for a while. The old people played small games, 50 cents, and played for an entire afternoon, and the loss was only about 10 yuan. Lin Feng went in, and everyone looked at him and said with a smile, young man, come and play too. Lin Feng knew a little bit about mahjong and cards. Okay. How do we play? The elderly played differently from the young, and after Lin Feng understood the rules, he started playing mahjong with the old men and women. Just for fun, Lin Feng lost $5. Seeing that it was getting late and he had to pick up the kids, no one here played anymore. Young man, will you play again next time? Yes, I really like playing mahjong with you. Lin Feng smiled, it depends. Come over and play for a while when you're free. He knew that young people mainly worked, unlike them who were old and unemployed, and just took care of their sons and daughters-in-law's daily life, picked up the kids, and so on. Lin Feng took Xiaobao home. Xiaobao was holding a broken doll in her hand. Dad, what should we do with this? The parents said he would pay 10,000 yuan. Lin Feng took it in his hand and looked at it. Ask your second sister if she has any solution. Xiaobao pouted, her face showing unhappiness. I like this doll very much. The clothes made by the second sister are so beautiful. I hate him. I will never play with him again. Lin Feng asked his daughter to calm down. The second sister hasn't gotten off work yet at this time. How about we go over and pick her up from get off work? Xiaobao finally smiled. Okay, I haven't been to the sister's office for a long time. When they arrived at the office building, Lin Feng went to the second baby's office first. After the company got on track, she only needed to make decisions on many things. Most of the time, the second baby was quite free, doing planning and holding meetings. Before Lin Feng arrived, she was looking at the chat accounts of the fourth baby, such as VB and so on. Although Sabeo didn't say who the girl he liked was, she could check it out. Now, she found some clues. Sabeo's account was very active. He usually forwarded positive things and occasionally posted selfies. In fact, he was quite conceited. Over the years, he became more and more handsome. Sabeo had nothing to do, so she looked at the messages he liked and commented on one by one, and found one called Come On, Xiamen. Well, the avatar was a dog, and except for a photo of the back, the whole account was full of scenery. He should have been abroad before, and then in China. It seems that the location was in Beijing. Although I don't know what the girl looks like, it doesn't matter. Erbeo can continue to follow the clues and find clues. Now, the clue came. Someone took a group photo, and there was a girl in it. Erbeo successfully locked the target person with the help of the bracelet, and happily took a screenshot to show Sibeo, "Is this the girl you like?" Sibeo's response, "Oh my god!" Exclamation mark. Judging from the reaction, Erbeo was very proud. "Wow, this girl is pretty." I took a look, it seems to be your coaching assistant." Sibeo was speechless. "Arji, how did you find her?" "This is too amazing." It's not that Erbeo is amazing, it's that Sibeo doesn't understand girls. I remember a girl suspected that her boyfriend was cheating, and she spent a night to find the one of her boyfriend among tens of thousands of comments. Her boyfriend replied with a female account, and then found her boyfriend's small account through the female account. Then from the small account, it was found that her boyfriend had cheated a long time ago. All girls are more powerful than Sherlock Holmes once they get serious. Among the quadruplets, the relationship between Erbeo and Sibeo is better than others. Because the two have the same personality since childhood and mostly play together, Erbeo prefers to say some things to Sibeo, who is heartless. Sibeo and Erbeo are both creative, and they can chat together. If they chat with Dabeo, they will be confused and feel boring. For them, Dabeo is the boss. Only when something big happens will they discuss it with him, forget about other topics. Their eldest brother is very busy. How busy is he? He sleeps 2 hours a day and works for a week. This hard work is beyond the reach of losers like them. Erbeo was about to say something to Sibeo. "I won't tell you any more, Dad and Xiaobeo are here." Sibeo quickly said, "Second sister, don't tell Dad and Mom." Erbeo smiled, "Okay, I won't tell you, I'll keep it a secret for you." After hanging up the phone, Erbeo stood up and greeted, "Dad, Xiaobeo, why are you here?" "Oh, what's wrong with Xiaobeo's expression? Who bullied our little cutie? Come here and let your sister see." Erbeo frowned when he saw the broken doll in Xiaobeo's hand. "Who did it?" Xiaobeo told Erbeo the story very sadly, and Erbeo felt distressed. "Let's go, second sister will help you fix it." After that, she hugged Xiaobeo and left, leaving Lin Feng alone. "What's wrong? Do you think his father doesn't exist?" "That's too much." Chapter 674 Weird Classmate. At this time, Erbeo's assistant came to pour water for Lin Feng, with a very respectful attitude. Lin Feng stood up. "Forget it, let's go see Erbeo." Erbeo was also a small studio at first, but now there are more people and it is divided into several departments. Erbeo was chatting with the designers under her at the workbench. She used to be well behaved, but now she has a kind of flamboyant beauty. Just like the design works she is doing now, the style is very different from before. Through the window, they saw Erbeo and others. Erbeo said lightly, "Do as I say, go down." Erbeo held Xiaobeo, and Lin Feng followed behind him, naturally taking Xiaobeo to hold. "What's wrong? Are you still not happy?" Xiaobeo shook his head. "No, when will the toy be repaired?" Erbeo thought for a while. 3 days later. Xiaobeo said, "Sister, can you do it as soon as possible?" Xiaobeo smiled. "Thank you, sister, sister is the best." After solving Xiaobeo's problem, Lin Feng drove the car and the group returned home. Sanbeo has been very busy these days, leaving early and returning late, and he doesn't want his family to help. Erbeo supervised Xiaobeo to do homework, and then ran to the kitchen with a bald head. "Dad, Xiaobeo is a little stupid." Lin Feng sighed. "Don't say this in front of Xiaobeo, otherwise she will be angry with you." "Erbeo, I know Dad, how dare I say this?" Turning around, she saw Xiaobeo blinking her big eyes and looking at her. "What did you say?" Erbeo smiled embarrassedly, not knowing if Xiaobeo heard it, and felt guilty. No, come, let's continue to do homework." Xiaobeo tilted her head and asked, "Sister, am I stupid?" Erbeo quickly said, "No, you are smart." Xiaobeo pointed out, "But your expression doesn't mean that. I know my brothers and sisters are very smart, I am more stupid." If it were someone else, with such excellent brothers and sisters, they might be affected to some extent. But Xiaobeo is not an ordinary person. She is very optimistic, which is very similar to Sibeo. She looked up and said, "It's okay, I will become smarter in the future." Erbeo held her little face. "Haha, you are very smart now, Do you know Dabao brother? His handwriting was so ugly before. Later he practiced hard, and now his handwriting is the best among us. Don't be afraid when you encounter something, we just need to work hard to overcome it. Besides, what's wrong with being a little stupid? We are cute. What a strange thing, but Xiaobao really likes this way of comfort. Yes, I'm super cute. People around him blow rainbow pea in different ways every day, which makes Xiaobao very confident and thinks he's super cute. Because of the last incident, the teacher changed the seats this time, and Xiaobao's deskmate is a little girl who transferred from the school. Xiaobao is notoriously fierce in the class and has a bad temper, but as her good friend, he can have a lot of toys and go to her house to play. How to say it? Children's conflicts are also for a while, boys will get over it after a while, but girls are very grudges. Zhang Yuxi was unhappy when she learned about this, and she was relieved to see that Xiaobao was not affected. In the evening, she heard her husband say that the seats were changed and the boy went to another group. She held her chin and said, "Oh, it's hard to teach children now." She looked young and beautiful in the mirror. It was hard to tell that her children had graduated from college and started working. You said we didn't have so many things to do when we were raising children before? The children were quite obedient, but now they are very unruly. Lin Feng heard his wife sighing and asked with a smile, "Why? What happened?" After so many years of marriage, Zhang Yuxi went from a teacher to the position of principal step by step, relying on her strength. At the beginning, many people who questioned her appearance also quietly shut up later, and Zhang Yuxi gradually stopped talking to her husband about what happened in school. She asked herself, in addition to giving birth to a few children, she felt that she had not made any contribution to this family. Lin Feng was the only one who took care of the family, big and small, and now he was taking care of the naughty little baby, so he must be very tired. She didn't want to bring up the things at school and let her husband worry about her. Since the topic has come to this, she mentioned it in passing. It hasn't been long since the school started. We checked the school dormitories and confiscated all high-power electrical appliances. And those who keep small animals. It gives me a headache when I talk about this. Lin Feng hugged her. "It's okay, I'll tell you slowly, husband." Zhang Yuxi felt like she had to get it out of her head. "Husband, there's no need to talk about high-power electrical appliances. Microwave ovens and rice cookers are nothing surprising." Lin Feng nodded in agreement and comforted his wife. "This is very normal. When we were in school, we used kettles to boil eggs and cook instant noodles in them. We all went through that stage, let's understand each other." Zhang Yuxi took a deep breath. "Yes, I understand too. The key is to keep small animals, you know? Some people keep crocodiles and snakes." Lin Feng exclaimed, "I saw on the news before that some boys kept crocodiles in the dormitory. I didn't expect that your school also has them. Is the snake a pet snake?" Zhang Yuxi's face turned ugly. "Raising crocodiles is a seedling. I don't know how to get it. I have asked the people over there to deal with it." "Pet snake? Haha, that's easy to say. They raise a silver ring snake. It is said that the venom glands have been removed, but it is a silver ring." Lin Feng's breath was choked. Damn, what is this kid thinking? Raising a silver ring snake in the dormitory, what a big harm. Zhang Yuxi talked about the cause of this incident. "I had someone check the dormitory before, and the children were still very well behaved at the beginning of the school year. After a month, one by one they began to show their true colors. I thought, wait and see, wait until the children are in class one day to raid them. This guy who raised a silver ring snake, did you know that the snake disappeared? He ran away for 3 days before he told the dormitory aunt. Then, we spent a whole day in the boys' dormitory. I asked many people to come and look for it, and finally found it in the pipe." Speaking of this, Zhang Yuxi had a headache. The news has come out. I don't even want to talk. Lin Feng doesn't watch the news now. He reads novels, watches videos, and watches cartoons with his daughter when he has nothing to do. He hugged his wife and scolded the student. "Where are the other students in their dormitory?" Zhang Yuxi sighed. "They haven't come back yet. I have a headache." Lin Feng asked her to sit down, and then gave her a head massage. She fell asleep comfortably. After Zhang Yuxi fell asleep, Lin Feng went to watch the local news. Wow, this matter has become a hot topic. Wow, after a group of smart people dug it up, Sibao and others surfaced again. However, this time the focus is on the student who raised a silver ring. There are many weird students every year, and this year this student temporarily topped the list after the new year. Of course, Sibeo and others also saw this news. How many young people don't use VB now? Lin Feng reminded everyone in the group not to mention this matter. Zhang Yuxi already has a headache. Chapter 675, Kind Little Treasure. 3 days later. Erbeo gave the repair doll to Xiaobeo. Look, it's fixed. It's not fixed, but Erbeo used tools to sew the doll and embroidered the cracks into flowers, which looks like a tattoo. Erbeo designed it a little bit, and it looked better than before. Xiaobeo was very happy. Thank you, Sister Erbeo. Sister Erbeo is the best. The toy was back. Xiaobeo couldn't let it go and took it to school again. The next afternoon, Lin Feng picked up the child and found that the toy was not in his hand. He thought it was in his school bag and didn't care. In the evening, Xiaobeo was doing homework, and Lin Feng took the school bag to take a look while supervising. Only after a glance did he realize that there was no toy in the school bag. Xiaobeo, where's your toy doll? Xiaobeo said without raising his head. I gave it to my deskmate. Lin Feng, ? You gave it to your deskmate? Ah, don't you like it very much? Are you willing to give it away? Xiaobeo hummed. She is my best friend, so I gave it to her. Lin Feng. The toy belongs to his daughter, and it is her business to dispose of it. However, Lin Feng was surprised that Xiaobeo would be so generous. Xiaobeo obviously did not take this matter to heart, but asked Erbeo to buy her another toy. Where's your previous one? Xiaobeo replied, I gave it to my deskmate. Erbeo smiled slightly. Okay, second sister will call a friend and ask him to buy another one. What style do you want? Xiaobeo grinned. I want a cute one, as cute as me. Sanbeo on the side asked curiously, why do you want to give it to your deskmate? Did she take the initiative to ask you to give it to her? Sanbeo would not think so. Nowadays, children are very smart. Xiaobeo shook his head and said innocently, because she doesn't have a mother, I gave her the toy. Children's thoughts are very simple. When Xiaobeo learned that her deskmate's mother died of illness, he felt very sympathetic to her and generously gave her the toy doll. Erbeo and Sanbeo were silent for a few seconds when they heard this, and kissed Xiaobeo. Xiaobeo did the right thing. It's great. Sanbeo has always been gentle. Xiaobeo smiled. She told me not to tell others, otherwise people would laugh at her. Such a sensitive child. Although they didn't meet her in person, Erbeo and Sanbeo couldn't help but feel distressed. Lin Feng also learned the cause of the incident from Erbeo. He was very surprised and relieved at the same time. Although Xiaobeo was naughty and mischievous on weekdays, she was a good child. School started in March, and it was the end of May in a blink of an eye. In 3 months, Sanbeo's studio was officially listed online. So far, there is only 1 member, plus 4 staff members. Erbeo felt a little distressed. Should we hire some people? It's too lonely to be alone. Unexpectedly, Sanbeo said, no, I have 10 songs to compose right now. She is a very busy person. Erbeo smiled. Okay, just pretend I didn't say anything. It was also at the end of May that an entertainment company found Xiaobeo and wanted her to shoot a promotional video for Children's Day. It was a public welfare promotion, so there was no fee, and all the proceeds from the promotional video would be donated. Xiaobeo said yes. She had also acted in movies and commercials, and had seen the world, so a promotional video was no problem at all. This time, the promotional video for Children's Day invited many child stars, and there were also many popular actors for promotion. When it was time for the holiday, Erbeo and Sanbeo were very busy. Sanbeo was busy composing 10 songs in the recording studio, leaving early and returning late. Raymond Lam took his daughter to the filming, and she had her own travel bag, which was filled with personal items. For example, the charging cable of the phone, watch, tissues, water cups, toys, etc. There is also a big bag, which is taken by Raymond Lam. It contains Xiaobeo's cosmetics, clothes, etc. The other is Raymond Lam's own things, because he has space, and actually put a lot of things in the space. It takes 2 days to go back and forth, and 1 day of shooting in the middle. During these 3 days, Erbeo and Sanbeo take turns to cook. If they don't cook, Zhang Yuxi will starve to death. She is not used to eating outside food now. Raymond Lam took his daughter to the shooting location by car. Although Xiaobeo is only 6 or 7 years old, she is also a little celebrity who has played the leading role. She is still very stylish. In summer, she wears pink sunglasses, baseball caps, and loose t-shirts. She is a very fashionable and energetic girl. The hotel is well arranged. After getting off the plane, we went directly to the hotel and rested to ship tomorrow. The hotel is not bad, with parent-child rooms of different sizes. After packing the luggage, Raymond Lam took his daughter out for dinner. "Dad, what is this? I want to eat this." "Wow, Dad, this looks delicious. I want to eat it. Can I buy this? I'll give it to Mom, my sisters and brothers when I go back." In short, Raymond Lam had nothing else to do, so he followed behind, gave money and carried bags, and reminded them to watch the road and not run around. After 8 o'clock in the evening, the staff came with a script and asked him to memorize it. Zhang Yuxi has a good memory. After rehearsing a few lines with Raymond Lam several times, he remembered them all. He yawned and went to sleep. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, a staff will come to put makeup on Zhang Yuxi and take him to the studio. Zhang Yuxi slept late last night, so he is a little grumpy now. He sits on the chair with his head drooping, nodding from time to time. "Use this." Raymond Lam took out Zhang Yuxi's cosmetics. The makeup artist saw the logo on it. It is estimated that few people outside the industry have heard of this brand, but it is different for people in the industry. This is a customized skincare brand, which will be specially customized according to a person's skin type. Many celebrities in China are using this. The child has good skin, so it only takes a few strokes to finish the painting, and the style is also simple. Zhang Yuxi used to have short hair, but he kept his hair long for more than a year for the convenience of filming. The stylist put his hair into style in less than 10 minutes. Raymond Lam used to think that a bun was simple, but today I saw the bun made by the designer, firmly fixed on his head. Unlike him, the bun fell apart after shaking for a long time. Then he changed his clothes. Because it was a promotional video for Children's Day, he wore colorful clothes, which was very festive. Following the staff's cart to the studio, it was very hot inside, and the heat hit us as soon as we entered the room. Raymond Lam frowned, and Zhang Yuxi muttered, "It's so hot here." The staff apologized, because it is a public welfare promotion, no one invested, and we paid for it ourselves. They didn't say that it really took a lot of effort to find these few people who came to participate without any compensation. Including Zhang Yuxi, there are a total of 6 children here, and there are 3 adults in addition. Some of the other 5 children are completely amateurs, and some have participated in TV dramas, but they are not very prominent. Raymond Lam knows a little about the other 3 adults. They are young actors, but not very famous. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.